Devereaux is going to pass. No, it's Bishop in there now.
It's time for local sports on the NCWLIFE Channel, your local TV station. Tonight's coverage is brought to you by Abby's Pizza, Alpine Air, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Clean Air Connection, Coldwell Banker Cascade, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, and Together for Youth. Now let's head live to the stadium for coverage of local sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hello and good evening, everyone. It's Big Nine football tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Season's winding down. Big game tonight between the Sunnyside Grizzlies and the Wenatchee Panthers. I'm Grant Olson along with Brandon Harle and Eric Granstrom. And guys, both teams come in at 3-4 overall, 2-2 in league play. There's still something to play for both these teams tonight.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you want to have that game next week and the crossover means something, where you can potentially go on the road and potentially get a big win over a G Prep or something like that, they got to win here tonight.
Yeah, it's a balance. You're going to go to the Tri-Cities, you're going to go to Spokane, and you're going to get a better seed. It's a playoff game tonight at this point. All of them are.
And boy, what an atmosphere here at the Apple Bowl tonight. A lot going on. It's senior night where 14 seniors will be recognized along with their parents. And also, it's homecoming 2023 here at the Apple Bowl. So a lot going on here behind us.
Well, and we've got a guy who's been on the inside. Brandon teaches here at Wenatchee High School as far as the homecoming week is concerned. I know the coaches kind of hate homecoming because it's so many other things going on. How's the week been for the school?
The football team's a microcosm of the whole school. There's a lot of distractions, a lot of other things you want to focus on, whether it's your classwork, but the football team's got to deal with it just like everybody else. But in that respect, the spirit's been great, and it's been a lot of fun.
And guys, before we go to break, we got to talk about this weather that we have had so far this year. It has been probably the warmest season, Eric, that I can remember. Unbelievable. 60-something degrees right now, October 20th. No complaints.
Yeah, I'm a little hot right now. I've been preparing for sidelines tonight, patrolling the sidelines. I've got long underwear on. I've got long underwear tops on. I got 3 sets of glove. I got 3 sets of coats here tonight, and I'm ready for it to get chilly later.
It will.
But right now, I'm sweating like a rancid chunk of pork.
And I also forgot to mention, the 1973 Wenatchee Panther team will be recognized tonight as well. It's our 50-year anniversary, and a lot of you will remember that's the team that didn't give up a single point in the entire regular season and then lost in the state championship game after three-peating, I believe, prior to that 73 season. So that team will also be recognized tonight.
Just a couple of things going on besides, it's Sunnyside and Wenatchee here tonight.
All right, there's, injuries are playing a part in this game tonight, and players that are not here. We'll talk about that when we come back. We also have Eric's interview with Coach Devereaux, also lineman for the Wenatchee Panthers, Calvin Bishop. That interview all coming up as our pregame show continues here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Are you ready for some football? Right after this.
Meet the Move Meter from Coldwell Banker. Just enter any 2 cities and see how a potential move scores based on cost of living and more. Let's make your dream place a reality. Meet the Move Meter from Coldwell Banker. Just enter any 2 cities and see how a potential move scores based on cost of living and more. Let's make your dream place a reality.
Guten Sie mir das Problem sagen?
Meinen Zylinder überschwemmt. Flute, ich habe mein Fugen verloren.
Keine Sorge.
Global Car Care. We speak your car's language.
Fragenschlussen. Hey, you.
Well, I got a leaky transmission, my head gasket's shot, and I could use some new brake pads.
That dog don't hunt.
Global Car Care. We speak your car or truck's language.
Welcome back to Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl as our pregame show continues here on the NCWLIFE Channel. It's the Sunnyside Grizzlies and the Wenatchee Panthers. And guys, first thing that we have to talk about, missing players on both teams tonight. Wenatchee, 2 big players out tonight, and also Sunnyside, a pretty important player out as well.
Yeah, you've got Alex Brender, who is out in concussion protocol, and this is his 3rd game he's missed in the concussion protocol. So talking with Coach Scott Devereaux, he says he hopes to have him back next week, and he's a big miss missing cog for the Wenatchee Panthers. 151 yards receiving, couple of touchdowns for him so far this year. And also Mason Galvin. There's an unfortunate situation that happened at the end of the Davis game last week. Wenatchee winning it 28-14. They're going to finish the game. It's the last snap of the game, and there was a scuffle. There was a couple of punches thrown and 2 players ejected, one for Davis and one for Wenatchee. That included Mason Galvin, so that means you're automatically not available for this week. And Brandon, you know from being a coach, you try to appeal those, but you never win those.
Yeah, the WIA takes their own time, and they got to do it right, and it's rare that they overturn a referee's call, and unfortunately this case was the same.
Those are 2 big absences, not just on the offensive side, but also defensive backs that are gone against a throwing team here tonight.
Very aggressive throwing team with their quarterback Ethan Avalos, who's right up there at the top of the big 9 of throwing, and they throw the ball all over the field. We need those guys, and we'll see how the younger guys step up and replace that.
Well, meanwhile, Grant, for the other side of the field, they're missing 2 of their wide receivers as well.
That's right, including Eli Fernandez, who was their top yard getter so far this year at 443 yards, about 60 yards a game, and 5 touchdowns for Sunnyside. So that's a big loss for Avalos, who has had a great season so far, almost 1,600 yards passing, 15 touchdowns, and roughly about 225 yards a game. So this kid can throw it, and he's missing one of his better receivers.
So, Brandon, how important is Jack Flugie in the running game for Wenatchee tonight against a defense that likes to stunt and throw everything at you in the kitchen sink included?
Yeah, all the years I coached against Sunnyside, they like to play what Scott Devereaux and other coaches call the radar defense, man. The old amoeba, everybody's moving right at the snap, so you got to be really disciplined up front, and you got to use that running back. I think Jack tonight is a huge, as he has been all season long. He's a key to the Panther offense. It goes through him first. Suck that defense in to open up some opportunities for other guys. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough assignment for our guys.
And I think it's also important with that type of defense that Jacob Devereaux recognizes what's going out there and reads that defense throughout the night.
Well, as we'll talk with on the pregame show, Calvin Bishop, who's the center, he's the quarterback up front. He's got to see what's going on, and you know, they've got 3 sophomores that are on the offensive line starting, and you face a defense like this, and he said he's going to have to kind of corral those guys and grab them by the beaky bar a little bit here tonight.
Yeah, it's a tough assignment for those guys. They play one of the hardest positions in the game, and when you have your targets moving all the time before the snap, it makes it even more difficult.
And it's tough too. We talk about this a little bit. Scout team. It's hard to replicate that in practice as you get ready for this when you see it on film.
Yeah, as the year goes on, you're thin. Your JV kids, they take a couple days to recover. That speed that you cannot replicate until Friday night is hard to catch up with, and size as well up front. So it's a tough assignment.
I think we got an evenly matched ball game here tonight. I'm expecting a very close game here tonight. Once again, homecoming here at Wenatchee High School, senior night, and also the recognition of the 1973 Wenatchee Panther great football team, their 50th anniversary. So when we come back, when the pregame show continues, Eric had a chance to talk to head coach Scott Devereaux and also lineman Calvin Bishop as we come back here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Stay with us.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? Open up a world of possibilities when you sell your home and make those dreams real. At ColdwellBanker.com, you can get an instant estimate on your home, compare cost of living city by city, and learn more about our revolutionary seller's assurance program. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams. At ColdwellBanker.com.
Allergens. You can't see them, but they live in your carpet and your air ducts. Call the experts at Clean Air Connection for a clean, healthy living environment. Experience, education, and the right equipment equals the best cleaning job possible. Call Clean Air Connection today. Pet dander, allergens, dust, and pollen? Trust your home's carpet and duct cleaning to the experienced experts at Clean Connection. This locally owned family business educates their staff and uses only the best equipment. Call Clean Air Connection today.
Pre-game show continues here on the NCWLIFE Channel as we get ready for homecoming night as the Wenatchee Panthers host the Sunnyside Grizzlies. Coach, first of all, last week down on the road, you get a win. You get some good progress in the red zone, running the football. You got to be pretty happy about that.
Yeah, you know, we got off the bus a little slow last week, but we responded in the second half, and I was pretty happy with how we finished out that game.
So what do you carry from one week to the next when you play Sunnyside here tonight?
Completely different teams, completely different looks, offense and defense. So it's a different preparation this week, especially with all the stuff going on after practices. So, but I like our game plan.
Well, let's talk about that. Homecoming week. It's a coach's nightmare, usually. I mean, it's fun for the kids. You kind of walk that line, right?
Yeah, you do. You know, Monday you tell them, hey, you know, we know you're going to go have fun. Be smart. Stay safe. Don't get hurt. Don't say something you shouldn't say, and, you know, buff puff volleyball. And you know, you just got to kind of turn it over to them, and hopefully they make good decisions. That's why we do what we do.
Is that on each individual, or do you actually go to your captains and kind of have that be, okay, need to spread the word?
No, it was part of the first thing that came out of my mouth at Monday's meeting to everybody, yeah.
So, buff puff, you got through it, no ankles, that's a big thing, right?
No ankles, I think some bruised egos maybe, but no ankles.
Well, let's talk about specifics about Sunnyside. I know you're down some key players coming into this game here tonight. So what do you do against this Grizzly team that likes to really kind of show you some different looks defensively?
Yeah, they mix it up and they bring it a lot. You know, they're going to bring 5 or 6 guys every play. And depending on who they play, you know, when they played Eastmont, they basically had 8 in the box. And with us, we're expecting 6 and a lot of movement. You know, we got to get the ball out quick. And we need to run the ball successfully. You know, 4-yard gain is a win when you play a team like this. And getting outside, they've given up some yards on the outside run versus what we've seen on film. So, you know, and offensively, they got some really good receivers, really good receivers. And one guy's, you know, going to Air Force Academy on a scholarship, and he's probably the best in the league right now. And we've got to keep those guys in front of us and play with our coverage a little bit and do some things late just before the snap to hopefully bait the quarterback.
Is that something also you got to get pressure up front to keep him uncomfortable?
The quarterback doesn't hold the ball very long at all. It's out pretty quick, and a lot of RPOs and a lot of screens. Get the ball to their fast guys and let them just do their thing. And so pressure will be tough. We'll pick and choose when we can. Sure. And but top of our coverage or top of our defense needs to be very sound.
Let's go back to the other side of football real quick. When you got guys that are jumping in gaps and all this kind of stuff, what's the rule for the offensive lineman? Is it just, okay, first wrong colored hat? What are you doing?
Well, when we're running zone or stretch type plays, you know, it's take your first step. Because a guy lined up over you might be gone. They're going to twist and loop, and they're bringing guys from different angles. So it's take your first step and then just climb, right? So they do a lot of twisting, and they'll bring 4 guys off one side and leave 2 on the other side. So,
well, you get the right play call. That could be a big play.
Yes, and they show it sometimes. So you're going to see us probably going on a quick count and a long count and a lot of check with me's, and our quarterback's going to change some things at the line of scrimmage, and hopefully we can catch them going the wrong way.
Halftime is usually longer during homecoming game, so you got that chance for adjustment. But then again, you probably have some players that are out there for homecoming Royal Court and things like that.
We have one.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
Connor Christensen is our senior rep out there, and he's my bet to win it.
Okay, all right. You got to get some handsomer guys out there, Coach.
I'm not going to tell his mom you said that.
No, I'm not referring to Connor. I'm saying that you might have more representation. You got some prettier dudes.
Yeah, well, you know, he's pretty handsome. The rest of us, I guess, are, you know, if he's a 10, we're all 9s. You know?
Well, best of luck here tonight. More importantly, the way things are going, keep everybody healthy.
Thank you.
All right, there you go. Scott Devereaux joining us here on the pregame show. We'll come back and talk to his senior of choice coming up next on the NCWLIFE Channel.
One of the inland Northwest's most extraordinary four-wheeled beasts, the Honda SUV thrives in a diverse habitat. Comfortable in rugged terrain or roaming city streets, it can travel hundreds of miles on a surprisingly small amount of fuel. Fiercely protective of its young, the Honda SUV is known by its distinctive markings, CRV, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline, and can live happily for decades in any garage or driveway. Catch them now at your Inland Northwest Honda dealer. Honda can handle it.
At Confluence Health, our mission is clear: to provide exceptional care for our community. We believe in healthcare that's personal and local because we're just like you, members of this great community.
We are Confluence.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
We are Confluence.
Hi everybody, Dan Coos alongside Jesse Coble.
from Alpine Air. My heat pump there's like steam coming out of it. It's making weird noises. Is this something I need to be concerned about?
No, Dan, that's normal operation. Refrigeration technology steals heat from the outside, transfers it to the inside, and it creates frost on your heat pump. The defrost cycle melts that off, which creates steam and a little bit of noise.
That makes sense. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. Thanks, Jason.
Thank you.
Our pregame show continues here on the NCWLIFE Channel as we get ready for homecoming between Wenatchee and Sunnyside. Talking with Calvin Bishop here, who is the center, sometimes nose guard on both sides of the football. Which do you prefer, offense or defense?
I mean, honestly, both are fun. I'd say defense gets a lot more action, so that's probably my preference. But
so you got more to remember on offense, though, right? I mean, you got the snap count, number one, but you also have the plays and where you're supposed to block and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I've sort of been doing offense for the last 4 years. Defense is my first year doing it, so that's all stuck in my brain. I feel pretty confident in my ability to remember all of it.
You've had some older brothers go through the programs. What did you learn or pick up from them to help you now that you're a senior?
Well, actually, all three of them were skill players, and I'm the only lineman in the group, so there wasn't much to learn from them. But I mean, they definitely helped me learn how to use my athletic skills in all my sports, and it all helped me come to where I am now, I guess.
Well, to be a Panther, I mean, that's a big thing, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, especially all of us being a Panther, it's a really cool thing.
Yeah. Let's talk about homecoming week. How's it been, first of all? And I know coaches worry about it being a distraction for the game here tonight. So how's it been?
I mean, there's a lot of energy going around, a lot of really positive energy that the school sends in our direction, and I feel like personally I use it to hype myself up and get game ready. Okay. So
that's awesome. We've got big halftime, and last week you guys had to make some adjustments at halftime down on the road at Davis. You came out in the second half. You got a big win. How confident does that make you guys heading into this game here tonight?
I mean, it really helps. I mean, there have been a lot of games this year where we just haven't played our best, and we've never really been known to be a second half team. So pulling it together in the second half is a huge deal for us.
And you still have something to play for, right? I mean, you still got the chance for that crossover game to mean something.
Yeah, oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, having that chance, especially in my senior year, is a really cool thing.
So being a senior and trying to soak in this experience, and I'm sure the weeks are just flying by. It's hard to believe you're already towards the latter part of your season. That leadership role for you as a senior, do you take that on gladly? You help guys? Are you a vocal guy? Or you lead by example? How do you do it?
I wouldn't consider myself vocal at all. I definitely lead by example. Ever since summer camp, I've always just tried to help people out as much as I could, help out my teammates, especially since our O-line this year is pretty much mostly sophomores. Yeah. I have to step it up and help them learn all they need to, so when I leave, they know what to do.
So something that people might not realize is that the center is also kind of the quarterback up front, right? I mean, you got to see the defense and be able to help out your guys right beside you, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's always those plays where my whole O-line just goes blank and I have to tell them what to do, what steps to make, and it happens more often than people might think.
Well, and having something maybe break down. Not saying that it happens very often, but sometimes, a guy misses a block or doesn't do his assignment or something like that. In the huddle, how do you quickly go, okay, hey, we need to focus in?
I mean, I just make sure that they know they did something wrong and they need to know how to fix it. So there's not much more I can do other than go to the next play.
Well, you guys are going to really be challenged by Sunnyside here in this game tonight. They show a lot of different stuff. They throw a lot of different stuff at you. Talk about prep for them for this game.
So we've changed up a lot in our schemes this week. We've tried really hard to get all the newbies to understand what we're doing, and a lot of reps, a lot of hard work, a lot of mental reps especially.
Yeah.
So
well, and that's also important for your scout team to come out and kind of give you a good look, because I mean, you can get pretty wide-eyed if you're a sophomore out there playing offensive line and suddenly guys are jumping all over the place.
Yeah, Sunnyside has been known to do that, and it's hard for our scout team to keep up with all that, but they've been doing a really good job this week at keeping us up to date.
So what's your plans after high school?
As of right now, I'm still applying to a lot of universities, and I think that's pretty much all I have.
Okay, well, what about career-wise? What do you think you want to do?
I have a lot of options. I'm definitely going to try to go into the engineering field.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have that in the family?
No, we do not.
Okay. All right. You must be good at math then.
I'd say so, yeah.
Okay. All right. So what's your GPA? Can I ask you that?
Yeah, I have a 3.8 right now.
Wow, that's awesome. Good for you. So if you have any free time, not that you guys do, especially during the football season, what do you like to do?
I mean, we try to spend as much time together as a team, especially our O-linemen, but there's so much going on every single day that we don't get a lot of chances. So we do a lot of dinners, breakfasts together, try to spend as much time together as we can.
Just as the offensive line group?
Yeah,
okay.
For the most part.
All right. So is that something that you say, okay, we're meeting here, we're doing this, or is it at school? How does that work?
I mean, so we have our film on the weekends, obviously, and that's usually when we go out to breakfast as a team, not just the O-linemen, everybody's invited. And then we just try to meet up in school as much as we can and just bond together.
So I hear Connor Christensen is the senior representative for Homecoming Royal Court. I was kind of giving Coach a bad time about that, saying he needs to find better-looking guys or something. What's the deal?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was sort of forced into the position, but he's definitely embracing it now. So.
I'm not saying Connor's not a good-looking guy, but, you know, I was thinking that there could be a junior or sophomore. What happened there?
Oh, I could not tell you. They were just – everybody wanted him, so he's a really likable guy.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's fair. Final question. What's your favorite color?
Oh, purple for sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought I was going to trip him up on that. Well, best of luck here tonight. Stay healthy, and here's hoping you guys get a homecoming win.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, there you go. Calvin Bishop joining us here on the pregame show. We'll come back with our starting lineups brought to you by TC Slingers coming up next on the NCWLIFE Channel. Hi, this is Eric Granstrom, the NCWLIFE Channel Sports Director. While the teams are working hard, we're working hard to bring you 20 broadcasts this fall.
Over the middle, the ball is caught, and just like that, gets through everybody.
It's Eastmont
to the end zone. Touchdown, Eastmont.
It's Wenatchee.
10-5. Touchdown.
Stephen Cashmere.
Killed by Nell. It's in. Good maneuver. Red footed. Go, 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 go.
Right here on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
The road can be a crazy place. Uh-oh! That's why Les Schwab Tires fixes brakes, steering, and more. And those guys don't. Keep driving. I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first, so I can backseat drive with confidence.
During our fall tire sales, save up to $250 on a set of 4 select tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
You don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine in style at Highlander Bar and Grill, located in East Wenatchee. Highlander Golf Course has added 2 state-of-the-art full-swing simulators. Food and drink service is available from our full-service bar and grill, offering breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Indoor and outdoor seating available. Call Shalane, our on-site coordinator, to schedule your special event.
This is Grace, and this is her world record-holding guinea pig with an iconic name, Abby.
She currently holds the Guinness World Record for the highest bar jump by a guinea pig. I ride horses and I jump, so I kind of thought it'd be interesting to teach my guinea pig to jump like my horse does.
One day she came out of her room and looked at us, and I said, "Did you get it?" And she said, "Yeah, we got it."
After we won our award, we came to Abby's to celebrate.
We are back in the booth. Here's our pregame show continues on the NCWLIFE Channel. I'm Grant Olson along with Brandon Harley in the booth. Eric Granstrom down on the field tonight. This should be a lot of fun, Brandon. Looking forward to this game.
Yeah, homecoming night's always a fun time to be in the Apple Bowl, but in addition to that, it's a real meaningful game at this point in the season.
Boy, it really is. And you know, I like senior night. Doesn't just include football players. It also included the Applettes tonight, the cheerleaders, and that's the way it should be.
Yeah, sports med, the dance team. It's a little bit of everybody for tonight.
So the Wenatchee students will sing our national anthem. Eric is down on the field, and he will capture that when we're ready to go, as both teams, well, at least Sunnyside has made their way to the field. I'm sure Coach Devereaux, an inspired homecoming speech here, probably talking about this is a big game for them tonight as well. He knows it.
He knows it. He knows that they're right in the mix of the middle of the league there for that third and fourth potential crossover game.
All right, as I mentioned, Eric is down on the field, and we will send it down to Eric Granstrom, and he'll bring us tonight's national anthem.
Under the direction of Don McCormick, members are Emma Baker, Anna Booth, Libby Borst, Amy Kate Canlis, Kay Devereaux, Celia Keys, Abby Kimmel, Cortez Martinez, Cruz Martinez, Kate Shearer, Borden Sorum, Savannah Webb, and Xander Williams.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red flares of bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? We're
Please remain standing until the colors leave the field.
All right, nicely done. Wenatchee High School, and as the flags leave the field on homecoming night and senior night here at Wenatchee High School. Great to have you along for Big 9 football on the NCWLIFE Channel. Hard to believe, Brandon, second to last game of the season. This season just flew by.
Yeah, I mentioned that to somebody today that there's only two regular season games left. Did that go fast?
Boy, it really did.
The weather's feeling good. May be a part of how that feels.
All right, let's take a look now at tonight's starting lineups, and they are brought to you by TC Slingers. Let TC Slingers save you time, money, and labor with their conveyor application. Call for your free estimate today at 509-885-2269. TC Slingers of Wenatchee, your landscape placement company. We'll begin with the visiting Sunnyside Grizzlies in the starting offense, and one offensive lineman, No Gonzalez, 5'9", 250-pound junior. Also an offensive lineman, Jose Ayala, 5'7", 168 pounds. He's a senior. Also a senior, Ignacio Valencia, 5'5", 196-pounder. Santiago Casas, also a senior, and he's a big one, 6 feet, 300-pound senior. And he'll be joined on the line by senior Carter Hauver, a 6 foot, 280-pounder. And at running back, Riley Gonzalez for the Grizzlies, 348 yards on the season, about a 50-yard per game clip. He is a 5'5", 147-pound senior. Tight end, Aaron Martinez, also a senior, 6 feet, 190 pounds. Wide receiver, Noah McNair, Sebastian Magana, and Chris Villanueva. Big players tonight. And Ethan Avalos is the quarterback. Let's send it back down to Eric Granstrom.
All right, guys. Thanks for being out here today. Let's have a good game, good sportsmanship. All right, help me out with your guys, okay? You're visiting, you're going to call the coin toss. I've got a T for tails and an H for heads. What's your call? He calls tails, okay? We'll let it go to the ground. tails. Defer, okay. So Sunnyside wins the toss. They'll defer to the second half.
All right, there you have it. As Sunnyside, well, the Panthers will get the ball here first in this ball game. And once again, quarterback, very important position tonight for Sunnyside. He's only a junior. I mentioned it, Ethan Avalos, 1,576 yards on the season, 225 yards per game, and 17 touchdowns on the season. Head coach is Marshall Lobestall for the Sunnyside Grizzlies, who come in with the 3-4 record. And now for the Wenatchee Panthers, quarterback Jacob Devereaux, 5'10", 176-pound senior. Jack Flugie, who you will hear a lot tonight. He's a big one, 6'3", 235-pound senior running back. Ethan Wirtz, also a big one out there at tight end, 6'2", 221-pound senior. Ben Cook at wide receiver. And boy, Brandon, how important are these wide receivers going to be tonight for Wenatchee?
Yeah, they got to pick up the slack a little bit, where we have a couple down spots where our injuries.
And we'll talk more about that as the night goes on. Ben Cook, also Gabriel Polito. And gosh, this kid must be nervous tonight. He's only a sophomore. First start tonight, 6 foot, 160 pounds. Running back Finn Matheson, he's a junior, 5'9", 163. And on the line for the Panthers, John Gutzweiler, Tony Gonzalez, Calvin Bishop, Luke Flugie, and Jacob Paniotu. All right, the Panthers, as I mentioned, will get the ball first here. We are set for the kickoff. It's Sunnyside and the Panthers tonight here from Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl, kicking off. And it looks like it is Josiah Herrera to kick off tonight for Sunnyside. In the white jerseys with black pants. It's a short rolling kick that goes to about the 22-yard line. Taken there by the Panthers, and then up to the 30 and across the 30 and down there. That was Matheson on that return for the Panthers, so Wenatchee has it first. First down and 10, just underway here. Homecoming night at Wenatchee High School.
All right, Coach, what's your first play?
Well, I want to see what that defensive front's going to line up in, so I feel like you're going to see inside run here.
First down at 10, Panthers have it at their own 30-yard line. Devereaux shotgun with Flugie to his left. Pass out in the flat. It's caught. Nice gain across the 40. Bowls over a Grizzly at about the 45, and that allows to get up to about the, it's Martin Diaz, up to the 49-yard line. Nice gain of 19 on that first down play.
That's why you're not coaching anymore, right, Brandon?
That's fine. Yeah, I'm happy to be wrong.
Hurry up offense, too, as the Panthers quickly come to the line of scrimmage. Split trips out to the right side. Sunnyside moves and jumps, and that'll give the Panthers 5 more yards now into Grizzly territory. Tonight's officials, by the way, our referee is Mike Penny. The umpire is Kelly Campbell. Line judge Kirk Lyons. The head linesman is Victor Abarca. And the back judge is Mitch Walls, all from the Chelan County Football Officials Association.
Eric, I don't know if you could see or not, but I don't know if the nose tackle, he probably would have been called for offsides even if he hadn't jumped.
He was well over the ball.
First and 5 for the Panthers. Pass out in the flat. There's Diaz again. Martin Diaz, and a nice gain. Very close to that line to gain. I think he's going to be about a yard short at the 38-yard line.
Gain of 3.
So second down and 1 for the Panthers now. I like this, mixing up the offense here early on, Brandon.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of the ball quick. It's extended handoffs instead of the fly sweep. You know, let's get it out on the perimeter to kind of nullify that radar defense up front.
And if you get the Grizzlies thinking pass, that may open it up for Flugie if they go that route. Second and short, as I mentioned, opening drive of our ball game. We're just dipped under 11 minutes left here in the first quarter. Devereaux, shotgun, right behind him, Flugie. Here's his first carry of the night. The big running back crosses the 40, picks up the first down easily, and then is gang tackled at about the 36-yard line. Nice gain of 6 for Flugie on his first carry of the night.
Really nice push by the offensive line there. Zone play to the left, and everybody took their steps and got into a guy's face and drove him back.
That's what Calvin Bishop talked about this week in the preparation in this kind of a defense where they got guys moving all over the place. That zone blocking works well if you do it right.
First and 10 Panthers at the Sunnyside 36-yard line. Split out left side is Polito. Here's the handoff to Flugie. Gets tripped up and might have got back to the original line of scrimmage.
Coach Devergo,
Nini Arriaga on that tackle. Sorry, Brandon.
No, I just noticed they're mixing up their personnel a little bit. Coach Dev had 12 personnel, 2 tight ends there, trying to use their size, throw 2 extra tight ends in, get that surge.
Panthers move players around here on offense. Now it's 4 receivers to the left side as Polito now sprints back to the right. 8 on the play clock for Wenatchee here on this 2nd down and 11. Devereaux back to pass, little dump pass over the middle, and it's picked off. And returned to the 40-yard line. Boy, unfortunate for the Panthers there. Just a little dump pass by Devereaux and a deflection right into the hands of a Sunnyside Grizzlies. So that ends that drive for the Panthers.
Yeah, really unfortunate. Had motion by the number 3 receiver there to cut across the field. He sat in the zone when he didn't recognize man and got deflected there.
Noah McNair with a big hit as the ball came to the receiver, and then it was Adrian Ramos with the interception for Sunnyside.
All right, our first look now at starting quarterback Ethan Avalos, and he hands it off. It's Gonzalez with the carry. Started left side, cut it back up the middle, gains 2, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
Austin Vanderkoy getting a start on the defensive line tonight here for the Panthers, came up with that stop.
A lot of players going to have to step up for the Panthers tonight. This is going to be a tough one. I think very evenly matched games. We touched on that a little bit in the pregame, but 2nd down. Sorry, Brandon.
Oh, sorry, I cut you off there.
2nd and 8 now. Avalos in shotgun. There's the handoff again, left side, good hole over there and close to 1st down yardage. Once again, it's Gonzalez on the carry and picks up about 6 yards up to almost midfield, the 49-yard line. Make it 7 yards, 3rd down and short now, 3rd and a yard.
3rd down and 1, Grizzlies.
Avalos now walks to the line. Riley Gonzalez to his left. Handoff is Gonzalez. Nice move to avoid 2 Panther tacklers. 1st down and more. Now into Wenatchee territory. Brought down at the 46-yard line. Gain of 5 on that carry by Gonzalez. He's a shifty runner at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we had great surge up front. We had him dead to rights and make a little athletic move there and use your speed.
Logan Lamb with the opportunity there in the backfield and mad at himself for not making that tackle.
1st and 10, Grizzlies. Avalos rolls, goes deep downfield, had a receiver at about the 1-yard line. It goes incomplete, intended for Noah McNair. And boy, he had the Panther defender beat down there, and a nice toss by Avalos.
Yeah, the Sunnyside head coach is also their offensive coordinator, Marshall Lobestall, and he signals everything from the sideline. You see run, 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 play action pass.
Which, as I've said to Eric many times, the best play in football. Almost worked there. Gonzalez, the handoff, big hole up the middle. As he gets about 8 yards on 1st down, make it 7 yards. Panther tackler that time, Logan Lamb from his linebacker position.
Well, they're keeping it pretty simple right now, just a hat on a hat up front.
Sunnyside has this unbalanced formation there. You'll notice that they have 3 offensive linemen on the left side.
They do.
Tight end.
3rd down and 3, Grizzlies. Big 3rd down early in this ball game. Avalos shotgun with Gonzalez to his right. Handoff, Gonzalez finds another hole. Now he's into the secondary, trying to use his speed to get outside, and he'll be drugged down at the 23-yard line. 16 yards on that carry for Riley Gonzalez. We talked about it, 348 yards on the season for Gonzalez, averages about 50 yards a game, and has 2 touchdowns on the year. Boy, he's quick. Nice drive for the Grizzlies here. 7:12 left in the first. Here's Gonzalez again. Gets a seal block on the outside. Lowers his shoulder. It picks up, I think, about another 8 to 9 yards on first down.
You know, Grant, we talked so much about Avalos wanting to throw the football with nearly 1,600 yards passing, but Gonzalez came into the game with 348 yards and a couple of touchdowns on the ground, so they're not afraid to run the football.
Right. Probably opens up that passing game for him. It's been like that throughout the year for him. As Avalos shotgun, there's Gonzalez again, gets high load at about the 10-yard line, make it the 11, gain of 4 on that.
That's just straight ahead man blocking there. They had a heavy set backfield and just a straight lead play.
Needed 3, got 4, and that's first down and 10.
Same formation.
It should be
here.
first and goal right at the 10-yard line. Same formation. Avalos rolls to his right. Wide open receiver in the end zone. It's to Chris Villanueva, and it's a touchdown for Sunnyside.
Another
10-yard
pass. Yeah, right off of the read there. Called play from the sideline. Snuck in behind our corner there.
Well, they get you thinking run, and unfortunately for the Panthers, Michael McPherson looking in the backfield and had that guy go right past him into the end zone wide open.
Just takes, boy, just a split-second hesitation, too, when you fall for that fake, and then you're kind of beat. Point after attempt. It looks like it's wide left, and it is. The kicker goes down to the ground. No flag there. With 6:19 left in the first quarter. Homecoming here at Wenatchee High School. It's Sunnyside 6 and Wenatchee nothing. We're back to the field in 60 seconds.
Hey, hon, would you run this around to the wash rack?
Oh, okay.
Hey, hon, what happened?
They shrunk the truck.
The all-new mid-size Canyon is now available at Sangster Motors.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Right, here's Herrera for the kickoff. Once again, it's a low squib kick taken by an up man for the Panthers at about the 30-yard line. Gets a break, heads outside, and gets a nice run back all the way down to about the 38-yard line. By the way, that drive for Sunnyside, 8 plays, 60 yards, took 3 minutes, 20 seconds off the clock. 10-yard pass of Avalos to Villanueva. The point after try, no good, and that's where we sit right now, 6-0. The Panthers, their second drive of this game.
Daniel Moffitt on the return there. He doesn't get a chance to handle the ball very often, but looked pretty good right there.
He was pretty excited. You could see when it was coming at him. He was going to take that chance.
6:12 left to go first quarter. Devereaux puts it up left side, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Ben Cook, and that'll go incomplete, bring up second down. Pass was there, but...
Yeah, it's too bad. That would have been a good gain on first down. Simple pitch play.
Second down 10, Panthers.
I like how the Panthers are kind of showing pass here a lot in this first couple of possessions just to keep the Sunnyside Grizzly defense honest.
Well, with their personnel grouping here, they're in 10 personnel, no tight end. It forces the defense to play a little more honest in the back end.
Devereaux tried to get out of pressure and then is sacked by a trio of Grizzlies, led there by big number 55, Maubrey Arqueta. That'll be a loss of 2 yards and bring up third down and 12.
Pressure unfortunately forced Jake to scramble to his right, and the pass pattern on that side of the field was a 20-yard out by Cook, and he just had no chance to get open or find anybody. Took the sack.
Third and 12, the Panthers. Ball back now at their own 36-yard line. Devereaux in shotgun. Straight back drop, screen pass set up to Flugie, read beautifully by the linebacker for the Grizzlies, Arturo Carranza, a junior. And that is right back to the original line of scrimmage with no gain. Boy, he snuffed that out nicely.
Roughing the passer on the defense.
That'll be a big break for us there.
That's a huge break right there, is right. Automatic first down, 15 yards, and that'll take it inside Grizzly territory and be spotted at the Sunnyside 47.
Pretty good call there. You saw the pursuit, just the D-line had pinned their ears back and got after it, but they had that one backer locked onto Jack, and he sniffed it out.
So a break for the Panthers. Can they make the Grizzlies pay here on this possession? Whistle at the snap. Got a false start, I believe, on the Panthers. And it is. So Panthers will give 5 of those 15 yards back, and that'll take it back now into Panther territory at the 48-yard line. It'll bring up second down and 15, or first and 15, excuse me.
The outside linebacker blitz coming off the edge on that prior to the snap, so something that the Panthers are going to have to pick up, keep their eyes up, watch this top edge here.
Devereaux passing again, goes over the middle of field, has a wide open receiver there. That's Ben Cook at the Grizzly 45-yard line. That'll be a gain of 10 yards.
Gain of 8 yards.
That'll bring up second down and about 7 now for the Panthers.
On the stop for the Grizzlies.
4:55 left to go in this opening quarter. 6-0 Sunnyside, the early lead.
Well, Grant, you talked before the game about how these defenders for Sunnyside kind of diminutive in stature, and well, Ben Cook goes at 5'10", Ethan Wirtz 6'2". Let's get it to the tight end a few times.
Great idea. Pass outside and just over the outstretched arms of Gabriel Pulido, the sophomore, and that'll bring up third down now and 8 yards.
And Grant, as you said, that our big tight end was looking good in the seam there. The defense was blitzing a little bit on the inside. That frees up that tight end going up the middle.
Talking about Ethan Wirtz, the big tight end. He's a heck of a target out there. 6'2", 220 pounds.
He's only got 6 catches so far this season.
Third down, 7. A long 7. 7.5 for the Panthers. Devereaux shotgun, Flugie to his right. He's rolling right. Wings it out into the flat. Beautiful pass. Where's that mark going to be? It might be a yard short, but a nice catch by Ben Cook. For about 7 yards, needed 8, and that's going to bring up 4th and short. And I don't think there's any question what's happening here, Brandon.
Yeah, I think that was a pretty, he lost his footing there at the plant at the end. Otherwise, that'd be a first down, and you got to go for it. You have to at this point.
4th and, geez, less than a yard for the Panthers. Ball is spotted at the Sunnyside 38-yard line. Big play here late in this first quarter.
Back with the 2 tight end set. Everybody in the park knows who the big running back is on 4th and very short here.
All right, here's the handoff. Why not? Flugie lowers his shoulder, gets almost to the 30-yard line. They're going to spot him at the 31. Needed less than a yard, picks up 7, and the Panthers keep this drive moving.
Jack Flugie's one of the biggest guys on the field for the Wenatchee Panthers. At 6'3" and 235, he's got a full beard. He's just a junior in high school. I joked with him earlier this season. You know, what your teammates think when you have to drop your kids off at daycare on the way to practice.
It looks like a lumberjack. First and 10, Wenatchee. Ball right at almost the 30-yard line of Sunnyside. Here's Flugie again, tries right side, and there's another great tackle by the Grizzlies. This time it's Mason Streak on the tackle. Only a sophomore at 147 pounds, but I guess size doesn't matter when you hit the big guys low.
No, there's a stretch play out to the right side of the line there. Instead of an inside zone run, we want to stretch the edge where we have a little bit more ability to, again, double tight end set.
And that's really not Jack's strong suit there. It might be a play for Tate Matheson to come in and try those outside runs.
Well, that's true. Second and 10 now, Wenatchee. Here's Devereaux out of shotgun. Comes left side. Ball is a little high, in and out of the hands of Cook. That'll bring up 3rd and 10 now. Borderline catchable that time. The ball was a little bit high, Brandon, but
Yeah, it's a 7-yard hitch that the receiver runs, but when you're throwing it from the right hash mark in high school, that's a long ways. That's a 35-yard throw.
It really is.
But again, probably could have been caught, and then you put yourself in a position where you're 2nd and 3 as opposed to 3rd and 10.
So let's see what the Panthers do here on this 3rd down. Martin Diaz split left with Cook. Here's Devereaux. Once again, screen is set up. Inside screen. There's Diaz with it. He's going to get some yardage on that 3rd and 10, about 4. That'll bring up 4th down and 6 now for Wenatchee.
I love that play call. You just need one extra block to make that pop.
When the defense is running man and against a screen like that, you really need that release from a tackle or guard to pick off that one linebacker who's locked onto the screen guy. Once you get that, it's going to go.
Big 4th down play coming up right now. 4th down and 6 for Wenatchee at the Sunnyside 27-yard line. This time Diaz in the slot with Polito out left. Devereaux out of shotgun, has some time, and now he's in trouble, and he goes down inside the 30 at the 29-yard line.
Oh, and he had Jack Flugie wide open. Oh, just couldn't see him.
And that's a loss of 4 on that play, and the Panthers turn it over on downs. Pretty impressive looking drive, too.
Yeah, we had our
11th play of that drive.
Good call on 4th down, crossing routes. You assume that on 4th down, Sunnyside's going to be in man with a blitz underneath. And like you saw, Eric, a lot of bodies in your face. Sometimes it's hard to see that open guy.
Yeah, it's tough.
All right, 1:57 left first quarter. Sunnyside, their 2nd drive of the night, scored a touchdown on their last possession. Have plenty of time here with almost 2 minutes left in the quarter. Handoff, it's Gonzalez, and boy, has he had a quarter, and he's broke into the backfield. 50, Panther 45, and is drugged down at the 43-yard line. 27 yards on that play for Sunnyside, and boy, I'll tell you, Gonzalez is having himself a first quarter.
That's his 8th carry, and he has 78 yards so far. Another good-looking power play by Sunnyside there.
Linebacker's getting caught in the wash, and suddenly he's on the 2nd level before he can blink.
1st and 10, Sunnyside, play action, pass out to the left and almost picked off over there. I think it was Hayden Riley. Boy, almost right in his hands. It's one of those things that surprises you because you're not ready for that, but boy, it was right to him.
Yeah, really good looking defensive play there by Hayden. At this point of the season, week 7, one of the things that all teams are practicing more, as you can see, Sunnyside, the screen game is one of the things that every team has worked on all year.
With the incompletion, 2nd down and 10 Grizzlies. Ball is shotgun, handoff. Once again, Gonzalez trying to fight his way to the 40. Didn't quite make it. Got down to the 41-yard line, and that's a short gain of 2 yards.
One thing you got to do with a small running back like that is pop him hard, and that's exactly what Daniel Moffitt did. Put all of his 5'9", 190 pounds into him, shoulder pad to shoulder pad. He'll maybe think about that run up the middle next time.
And Gonzalez there, he comes in at 5'5", 147 pounds, so not much to him, but having a heck of a first quarter. 3rd down, 7 for the Grizzlies. Avalos looking right side, has a receiver too far to the outside to make that reception along the Panthers sideline, and that brings up 4th down now for Sunnyside.
I don't think any hesitation by Coach Lobstall over there. They're going right away.
Boy, you're right, Brandon. Not even thinking twice about it. 45 seconds left in the quarter. 4th down and about 8. Wallace gets the signals in from the sideline, as Brandon mentioned. Coach Lobstall, also the offensive coordinator.
Got to remember, Avalos is without 2 of his weapons on the outside for this game.
That's right. Avalos over the middle, has his man wide open over the middle. A nice gain down to the Panther 26-yard line, and that's a gain of 15 on 4th and 6 for the Grizzlies. Aaron Martinez, as Eric mentioned, on the reception, a senior for the Grizzlies, and they move the chains and keep this drive moving. 27 seconds left first quarter. Handoff, Gonzalez gets a nice block from the right guard and then is tumbled down at around the 20-yard line. Gain of 4 for the Grizzlies on that carry.
Boy, he's a shifty running back. I mean, it's one thing about having a hole. He doesn't have very much of a hole, but he's able to shift through that and get going quickly.
He is quick at that line of scrimmage. Here's Avalos going to put it up in the corner of the end zone. Has a receiver. Did he come down with it? What's the call? Still haven't seen. And it's a touchdown for the Grizzlies, 20 yards. Didn't see who caught that for the Grizzlies.
Noah McNair.
Noah McNair.
That was quite a catch along the back line. Was able to get just a toe touch down. Kept it inside the back line of the end zone for the touchdown.
Did he have one? Did he pull that away with one hand from where you were looking at, Eric?
Yeah,
I thought
he did.
He
did. He was well
catch.
covered. It's just a heck of a throw and a heck of a catch.
Well, there's a reason why he's getting some D1 looks, and he signed with, I believe, the Air Force Academy, if that's right.
McNair.
Yes.
Yes. Heck of a catch is right. Of course, Sunnyside missed their extra point on the last touchdown, so they're going to go for 2 here to make this a 14-0 ball game. Avalos with Gonzalez in the backfield, and I think we've got a timeout, and we do. Timeout for Sunnyside. Our score with 9 seconds left here in this first quarter. We got a good one, but Sunnyside threatening again at Sunnyside 12 and Wenatchee nothing. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Abby's Pizza. For more than 50 years, Abby's has proudly served the Northwest with toppings to the edge, 100% real cheese and freshly rolled dough, making it Abby Pizza night to night. Alpine Air, also a sponsor of Big 9 football here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Give them a call today at 509-662-6842, or you can go online at alpineair.net. 2 pretty nice drives, Brandon, for the Sunnyside Grizzlies here in this first quarter. 9/10 of a second left, so they can actually get these 2 scores within this first quarter. And it's been a pretty impressive showing offensively.
They have had their way running the ball, and that's set up some of those nice passes downfield for them.
2-point try here now. It's Gonzalez, and I think I could have got in on that hole around the left side. The 2-point conversion is good. So 9/10 of a second left to go first quarter. It is Sunnyside 14 and Wenatchee nothing. Back to Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl in 60 seconds.
8 different political campaigns, 16 candidates, 3 cities deciding their future. NCWLIFE wants you to be informed when you cast your ballot in this November's election. That's why we're sitting down with candidates across the ballot for mayor, city council, and school board to talk through the issues and help you make the best choice. Look for those interviews right here on this channel starting October 22nd and on our website, ncwlife.com.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
Pereira with the short kick once again for Sunnyside. Once again taken by an up man for the Panthers. Gets across the 30, almost to the 35. Marked him down at the 34-yard line. You had a score for us, Brandon?
Yeah, just had an update from Eisenhower. Eastmont scored halfway through the first quarter. They're up 7-0 against Ike down at Zeppel.
So I'm sure, Coach Don, we're going to see a lot of players playing for the Wildcats throughout that game tonight. Of course, it's a game you can't look past, but I'm sure he's going to try and get as many players as he can into that game.
Well, a couple things. One, you know that Ike's been a team that struggled. And 2, next week you play Moses Lake, and essentially you're playing for the league championship on that game. So you don't want to show too much. You keep it pretty vanilla and do what you're good at and get the younger guys in.
That's right. Okay, Brandon, Eric, Panthers down 14-0. 2 impressive drives by the Sunnyside offense. What do the Panthers need to do here, Eric, to really get going in this second quarter?
Well, I think with the speedy defense, trying to get those runs outside. I don't know about that, Brandon. What do you think? Maybe go inside the tackle. That quick passing game. If Devereaux can find his guys and maybe get one half of a step longer time to throw it, that's successful.
That's the nature of this kind of radar defense. It's aggressive, but also you're gambling. So you can catch them in positions that they shouldn't be in if you're going to ram it right up in there, push them back a little bit, keep chipping away.
Big drive for the Panthers here as we kick off the second quarter. 14-0 Sunnyside. The Panthers have it at their own 34-yard line. Pat pass outside. Nice catch. It's Diaz, and he's got the sideline. 40 gets knocked out at the 35-yard line. And a nice gain for the Panthers down to the Sunnyside 35.
Beautiful block on the outside downfield by Ben Cook to allow him to get along the sidelines, scamper for the big gain.
30 yards on that play. Nice run by Diaz. He's showing some speed out here tonight.
That's what Eric said. That's the first thing as a former receiver coach. That's the first thing I noticed. Ben's great block, and that's a much needed piece of offense there for the Panthers.
Devereaux shotgun, looks over the defense, ever-changing Grizzly defense. First down and 10, Wenatchee. Flugie gets behind Devereaux now. Here's the hand to Jack, left side, takes on that first defender, takes him for a ride too, and he gets about a 3-yard gain down to the 33-yard line.
Gain of 2.
Wyatt Mashberg coming up from his middle linebacker position to make the tackle there. Again, Wenatchee trying to go off tackle here. I'd love to see a little mix inside, go inside just a straight dive play. I mean, Scott said this earlier this week. He says, 3 yards against these guys is a victory.
Second down and 8. We'll see if the Panthers do that. No, they're going to put it up this time. Devereaux looking right the whole way. And that goes incomplete. Intended receiver is Ethan Wirtz, the tight end. Looked like he had a little separation there, but
yeah, I wasn't able to see the post here in my way, but I couldn't tell if one of the receivers ran incorrect route there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think Michael McPherson was out here in the flat and kind of had the palms up gesture, like I'm not sure if I'm where I'm supposed to be.
That'll bring up third down and 8 now for Wenatchee. McPherson stays in there at receiver, right side of the line. Also on that right side, Benjamin Cook for the Panthers. Handoff, it's Flugie, huge hole up the middle. There you go, Eric, just what you were talking about. A nice hole all the way down to the 18-yard line.
Just what I've been asking for.
14 yards on that carry for Flugie, and that might be what the Panthers needed to get going. A nice run from Flugie inside.
Well, and get that defense to crowd in and bring 6-7 guys to the box, and then that opens up the outside.
Absolutely. First and 10, Wenatchee. Got something going now in the red zone here of the Grizzlies.
Need positive yards on first down. These third and longs is what kills you.
Same formation, I believe. McPherson to the right side. Outside of him is Cook. Here's the handoff again. It's Flugie left side, breaking tackles inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And just like that, 5 yards for Jack Flugie.
Panthers lined up in a tray formation. It's 11 personnel, 1 tight end, 1 running back, and oftentimes you want to run stretch to the weak side on that. The alignment on the defense helps the left tackle on that play.
Panthers with a second down and 5 can get a first down at the Sunnyside 9-yard line.
You can see the defensive end on the right-hand side for Sunnyside inside aligned from the left tackle here.
Devereaux, here's Flugie right side, and there's a flag.
Take too much time.
False start, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is a false start.
I think the left guard had a little bit of a shimmy there.
So that'll make it a second and 10
well,
instead of
they got
second
the dance
5.
this weekend. Got a shimmy and a shimmy.
Well, I don't know if you've been to one of our dances anytime recently, but there's not a lot of that.
Yeah, no. I listened to the pregame music, and I'm like, what is this?
Showing your age, you guys.
These young whippersnappers.
Devereaux shotgun on this second down and 10, I should say. Going for the end zone. It's a jump ball, and it goes incomplete. Cook, intended receiver for the Panthers. It was a Gage Newhouse on the coverage, I believe, for Sunnyside.
Pretty tough throw there, Jake.
Boy, he had pressure coming right down his neck.
He stayed in there and ended up throwing a pretty good ball.
Jaden Briones on the coverage downfield.
Gave his receiver a chance, yeah.
3rd and 10. Once again, the Panthers can get a first down at the 9-yard line. They're at the 19.
See the defensive front there for Sunnyside moving all over the place.
Boy, back and forth on that line. You're right. Devereaux back to pass again, going down the middle of the field. Had a receiver, and it's picked off in the end zone. Going to bring it out. And is tackled at the 10-yard line, and it is Jaden Briones, the senior defensive back, and that is interception number 2 now in this first half for Jacob Devereaux.
Well, I'm not sure what Devereaux saw there, as all I only saw was the white jersey in the end zone.
Yeah, he had a lot of pressure up in his face, and I think he was trying to get rid of it up on the seam. And unfortunately, there wasn't any receiver there for him to help him out.
So with the turnover, the Grizzlies have it now, first down and 10 at their own 10-yard line. 2 possessions so far for Sunnyside, 2 touchdowns in this game so far.
That's where you got to lean on your defense to make a stop, get the ball back at midfield, and have a chance to score before half.
Ethan Avalos once again shotgun, had 2 touchdown passes.
Yeah.
Boy, a couple of linemen jumped early there for Sunnyside. That'll take the Grizzlies back to their own 5-yard line and bring up first down and 15 now.
We should remind folks, Grant, if you've got some popcorn you want to pop in the microwave at halftime, we'll have about a half an hour for festivities here at homecoming, so you got time to get some food.
And we're going to bring you as much of that as we can, too, so stick around. All right, 1st and 15 for the Grizzlies. Avalos shotgun, handoff Gonzalez, who's had a whale of a first half, shakes that first line of tacklers, gets across the 10 to about the 11-yard line. Gain of 6 on that play for Gonzalez.
Well, Brandon, you were talking about a shimmy and a shake. That's exactly what this kid brings from every time he touches the ball.
Right.
I mean, his hips are one way, his feet are another, and his shoulders are somewhere else.
Yeah, it's one thing to be quick or fast, but if you can keep that speed while you're shifty like that, that's really tough to bring down.
2nd and 10, Grizzlies. Ball at the 10-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Gonzalez lowers his head, gets about to the 13-yard line. Tough gain of 3 yards that time. And on the carry that time was Trey Castro and not Gonzalez, number 21.
Last 3 offensive plays for Sunnyside, they put it back in motion, and the Panther defense hasn't had much of an adjustment. The back in motion last play was screaming for the ball on an RPO, so we'll have to keep an eye on that.
This time Gonzalez goes in motion from his running back position. Nice pass over the middle, and it's picked off by the Panthers, Michael McPherson. Beautiful read by the defensive back for Wenatchee, and the Panthers have it in great position at the Sunnyside 22.
It's a great read and a good jump by Michael McPherson there. Really good, solid defensive play that gives the Panthers great field position.
Avalos just got a little greedy there. He had that back out of the backfield wide open like you were talking about, so he went in motion there before the snap, but he wanted to go downfield.
Quarterbacks have a tendency to want more.
Panthers have it at the Sunnyside 22. First down at 10, down by 14. 8:02 left before halftime. Devereaux shotgun, Flugie to his right. Devereaux's going to go right, overshoots Cook once again. That'll bring up quickly a 2nd down and 10.
Sunnyside lining up and bringing it all on first down there, so that's why the Panthers are doing a check with me offense. Coach Devereaux reads the defense and signals in the play. Hopefully get rid of the ball quick there.
How the heck is Coach Devereaux reading this defense? As you mentioned, they're moving all over the place.
Right.
2nd and 10 for Wenatchee, deep into Sunnyside territory at the 22-yard line. Devereaux looking right, and he's going that way. Just dumps it off to the big tight end, Wirtz, and he can't hold on to it. Could have been a nice little gain for the Panthers right there as well. And just couldn't hold on.
There have been times where Jake has, had actual pressure, but I think he's feeling more pressure than is actually there right now. With all those guys jumping around up front, he's hearing footsteps when he can hang on to it for half a beat more, and he'll get those connections.
I can see why they're trying to dump it out there quick. You got all those 8 guys rushing up in the box on you. Let's leak it out to the tight end.
Right. 3rd and 10 now. Devereaux, there's that screen pass to Flugie. Flugie takes on that first linebacker and gets down to about the 17-yard line. Gain of 5 yards on that play. Another tackle by Wyatt Mashburn, the linebacker for the Grizzlies.
I think they're going to try a field goal here, Grant.
4th and 5, you're right, Eric, as the field goal unit comes out onto the field. The Anthony Garcia, the kicker for the Panthers, with Devereaux holding. Panthers trying to get on the board here in the second quarter. A whistle at the snap. Boy, the kick would have been right through, but
offsides on the defense.
Well, that's interesting.
That
4th down and 5.
About a yard.
Boy, that is going to make it really close. Does that change your thinking then?
Well, if it's close enough to get a measurement, that'll give you a chance to think about what you want to do.
You got a 235-pound running back. I'm bringing him on the field.
The kicker is jogging back off the field, so that's a pretty good indication of.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question at this stage. Down by 2 scores, it is going to be 4th and very short. Ball's going to be placed between the 14 and I should say at about the 12-yard line. 13 make it. 4th down and about a foot. Devereaux shotgun. Flugie behind him. We've got some movement as Devereaux looks to Coach Devereaux, his dad. And we've got more flags. There's a false start on the Panthers, so maybe back to option number 1 again, as that'll bring up 4th down and a little over 5 yards for Wenatchee.
Yeah, it's one of those, as an offensive lineman with all that movement going on that radar defense, it's so critical to be disciplined and so hard to not jump.
And Garcia trots back out on the field, so like I mentioned, back to the original plan, and the Panthers are going to try a field goal here.
That's a lot to ask of your offensive line, to be there forever.
Yep.
And then the check with me, and then the calling, and then, like you said, Brandon, the guys jumping around up front.
Snaps down. Here's the kick. It looks perfect. It's straight down the middle. 34-yarder is good by Garcia. 6:49 left to go before halftime. It's Sunnyside 14 and Wenatchee 3. Back with more Big 9 action right after this.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders, or something else altogether.
We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Hey man, how's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen's a good option for me. The risk of addiction is not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions, and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
That Panther scoring drive, 4 plays, 53 yards, 2 minutes, 11 seconds off the clock, 34-yard field goal by Anthony Garcia, and we are at 14-3. Here's the kickoff by the Panthers. It's bobbled at the 8-yard line and then picked up. Stutter step up the middle of the field, still fighting. Mike got the 25-yard line, and that's where the return man will be down. It was Jaden Serta on that return for Sunnyside. 6:41 left to go second quarter. Panthers on the board now, 14-3. The Grizzlies will have it at their own 25-yard line. interception on the last possession.
Yeah. And put him in a good position. We got some points off that turnover,
right.
which you want to see. I would imagine we're going to see some more of this Sunnyside long power play here. We'll see how our defensive ends adjust.
Avalos shotgun, delay, handoff. Gonzalez, nothing doing this time as the Panthers' Austin Vanderkooi comes in and makes the stop. Defensive lineman junior at 6 feet, 190-pounder. Nice play for the Panthers.
Really good play. Crossing the face of that down block to get where that gap is going to be, where that tackle's coming to wrap around and get you.
And if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Vanderkooi has a number of a gentleman who's here on the sideline tonight who graduated a year ago. We'll tell you about that coming up.
2nd and 11, Sunnyside. Avalos, screen pass, dump pass, I should say, to Gonzalez, and a great tackle over that left side by the Panthers. And on the stop that time, Connor Christensen for Wenatchee.
Beautiful job of breaking down and keeping him inside and making the tackle. Perfect job by the lone representative on the homecoming court for the football team, Connor Christensen.
Such a smart kid, too. I don't know if you saw it, Eric. He didn't wait for those linemen to come to him. He split them and made that tackle.
Perfect.
Great play by Connor.
3rd down and 10 now for Sunnyside. Ball is at their own 25-yard line. Empty backfield this time for Avalos. 4 receivers in this offensive set. Over the middle, and it's caught across the 35 to the 36-yard line, and that's about a yard past the sticks. 11 yards on that completion when the Grizzlies needed 10, so they moved the chains.
And he barely caught that ball. It was up at above his shoulder pad. He almost slung past his ear hole on his helmet. He somehow hung on to it.
Avalos this time with Gonzalez in the backfield. Trips to Avalos' right side. That's near the Sunnyside bench. On this 1st down play. Handoff, Gonzalez. Big hole up the middle again. That has been there all night for the Grizzlies as Avalos gets into Panther territory down to the 48-yard line. Another gain of 11 for the Grizzlies.
Just got to give credit where credit's due. That offensive line doing a great job of blocking on those inside handoffs, and Gonzalez finding his way through into the 2nd level.
Avalos once again, Gonzalez the handoff, and I don't know if he even got back to the line of scrimmage. Another nice defensive play by Connor Christensen, and that'll be a loss of 1.
Connor shooting the gap there. No blitz, just a good read. Read his keys, shoots through the gap, makes that stick there.
Clock moving, 4:17 left in the 2nd quarter. Sunnyside facing a 2nd down and 11 near midfield. Avalos looks right, goes that way immediately. It's caught there by Villanueva, gets away from some tacklers, and then gets 1st down yardage inside the 38 to the 37-yard line, and that's a gain of 12 for the Grizzlies.
Man, he was stuck for a loss there, and he just hit the gas and split a couple defenders and shot out for a few more yards.
These guys are quick. There's no doubt about that. Trips right side this time for the Grizzlies. 1st down and 10. Play action. Avalos going deep left side. Has a man. Good coverage downfield, though, by the Panthers, Benjamin Cook. And the intended receiver for the Grizzlies, Neen Arriaga.
Perfectly played by Cook. He saw the ball in the air, reached back with his left hand and felt the receiver on his hip pocket. Didn't interfere with him, just felt back to see that he was still there, and then turned around, spotted the ball again, and knocked it away. Perfectly played.
That ball was catchable. That receiver was there for a second.
Defensive coordinator Taylor Mitchell praising Ben, like you said, Eric. It was really well done.
2nd down and 10. Grizzlies. Trips left side this time. Avalos looks that way, and instead a delayed handoff over the right side, and a good gain down to the 30-yard line. And once again, it's Trey Castro on the carry for Sunnyside.
We're talking about a special guest here for the game this weekend. He wore number 54. He was all-world everything for the Panthers defensively, offensively. Evan Burdan, welcome back, and I'm sure he's giving a lot of coaching here on the sidelines.
Boy, what a player here at Wenatchee he was. Unbelievable.
One of the all-time greats for sure.
Yep. 3rd down and 4, Sunnyside. Big 3rd down play right here. Ball is at the 31-yard line. Avalos in some trouble, and he goes down at the 40-yard line. Calvin Bishop with the sack, and that'll be a loss of about a yard. They're going to give him a lot of forward motion, it looks like, or right at the line of scrimmage, basically.
Love it when the guys we interview on the pregame show come through with a big play.
Right. Timeout is called, too, on this 4th down and 10. It gives me time to mention some of our sponsors tonight, including Apple Valley Honda. Test drive a new Honda today at Apple Valley Honda in East Wenatchee. Apple Valley Honda, committed to preserving the environment, not only with fuel-efficient vehicles, but also with other eco-friendly actions and alternatives. Tonight's broadcast also brought to you by Biosports Physical Therapy, aqua therapy, sports biomechanics, orthopedic physical therapy, orthotics, all you need to keep moving. You can find them online at biosports.net. They're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And guys, big 4th down play coming up. Not so, Sunnyside's got the lead, but this is a big 4th down play for the Panthers right here.
Definitely so. I think first thing you come out of this timeout, Sunnyside's going to try to see if they can get an easy 5 yards. So you got to look at a different snap count, be disciplined here on defense, and then make them throw the ball,
right,
which is the one thing that they haven't done as successfully other than that touchdown pass.
10th play of this drive for the Grizzlies.
Ball. Kick it.
Yep, get a quick punt here.
And he is going to do that. Nice call, Eric, and it's not a bad kick at all. It lands at about the 13, does take a Panther bounce, but nicely done by the quarterback, Ethan Avalos.
Well, that's a great timeout by the Panthers because you get another stoppage of the clock with a change of possession here. When actually still 2 timeouts, just under 3 minutes to go. A chance to put a drive together here.
Boy, what that would do for their momentum, Brandon, heading into that halftime locker room.
Definitely with Sunnyside deferring to the second half. They're going to get the kickoff. Long halftime for homecoming. Give you some confidence here. Let's put together a good, solid drive.
All right, big drive for the Panthers. 1st down and 10 at their own 15-yard line. 2 minutes, 46 seconds, as Eric mentioned, left to go before halftime.
It's the first time we've seen 21 personnel, 2 running backs, 1 tight end look here.
So Big Flugie is back there. Handoff, though, instead will go to Finn Matheson. Boy, had nothing doing over the left side. In fact, a loss, it looks like, of about 3 yards, maybe 4 on that play.
Yeah, there was confusion before the snap there. Finn didn't know exactly where he was supposed to line up. Jack was trying to help him back there, and kind of a busted play.
But none of that matters when the offensive line has that defensive slant across your face and get in the backfield as the mesh takes place.
2nd and 12 now for the Panthers. Ball is back at around the 13-yard line. Here's Devereaux. Pass outside. Good speed around the left side is Michael McPherson, and a nice gain almost to the 35 to the 34-yard line.
Let's go, hurry up.
24 yards on that. Nice play.
And again, good blocking by the other 2 receivers on the edge out here to let him get up the sideline.
Ethan Wirtz had a nice block down the line. It's that gray area where you're almost downfield, but you're getting some freedom there.
1st and 10 Panthers, a floater, and that picked off, and it's out of bounds. Boy, very, very close. Jaden Briones had his hands on it right at the white stripe, and it goes incomplete.
I helped Kirk Lyons on that call. I was waving it out of bounds. Out of bounds. That was right in my lap, and good throw by Devereaux, but good coverage downfield.
Stops the clock with 1:45 before halftime. 2nd down and 10, Wenatchee. 3 receivers split out left. Ethan Wirtz, one of them in the middle of that pack for a blocking purposes. McPherson on the catch, makes a nice move, gets close to the 1st down, and a gain of 9 for the Panthers there.
You can see the numbers are there. It's 3 on 2. That's an easy read. That's one of those RPOs you talk about. You read the numbers. What do you got in the box versus what do you got on the outside? You see 3 against 2. You got to take that.
3rd down and 1. Here's Flugie. 1st down and more across the 45. Knocked down at the 46. That'll be a gain of 4 for the Panthers.
Kluge took a hard tumble that time on the tackle. He's a little banged up right now, staying in there.
1st and 10, Wenatchee. Devereaux under pressure, flags come flying in, and so does Briones on the interception. He's at the 40, making his way up the middle of the field and brings it all the way to the 49-yard line. But as we mentioned, a flag is down. You're going to get a hold.
Yeah.
Penalty markers are down.
Left guard fighting to try to keep control there, and as the defensive tackle crossed his face, he had a hold of him.
Oh, hang on.
Offsetting there.
Oh, yeah.
I guess we had a defensive hold as well.
No, it's Sunnyside football. Hold on the offensive line.
Right, yeah. Yep.
Well, I mean, that was a complete jailbreak there. They had to try to hold, and then Jake didn't have any time. They got there and got the pressure on him. Just threw that ball over the middle. Easy pick for Briones.
So Sunnyside with excellent field position. 56 seconds left to go in this second quarter, but the ball's almost to midfield at the Grizzly 49-yard line.
Yeah, I was going to say, but I didn't want to say it out loud for fear of the bugaboo there. But one thing the Panthers couldn't do is exactly what happened, throwing it over.
Avalos looking left side, has a man there. He stopped running out of his route, Noah McNair, and I think if he'd have kept going, maybe he would have made that completion, but it goes incomplete for the Grizzlies with 50 seconds left now.
That was a pretty clean route. Yeah,
it was.
I don't know why he slowed down.
Just that little hesitation as McNair jogs off the field.
Looked like a number 14 for the Seahawks last Sunday that gave up on a route and it ended up in a pick. Not to be named.
Trips left, Grizzlies. Handoff instead, Gonzalez had a whale of a first half. It might have been Castro that time, and it was Castro over the right side. Gets 5 yards to the Panther 45.
One thing Evan Burdan, when they come to the sidelines here, can talk to Calvin Bishop about is leaving your feet when you try to make a tackle like that. Had a chance to get him right in the hole at the line of scrimmage, but left his feet. You want to keep your feet under you when you try to make those tackles.
Timeout on the field with 45 seconds left. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Clean Air Connection. Keep your carpet, area rugs, upholstery, and air ducts clean for a healthier environment inside your home. Call Clean Air Connection today or at yourcleanconnection.com. Brandon, you got a score?
Yeah, I'm looking at an update here in Yakima at Zeffel Stadium. Eastmont quarterback Luke Gale just threw a touchdown pass to put the Cats up 21-0 with 2 minutes left in the first half.
That one kind of going as we all expected down in Yakima. Eisenhower High School has had a tough year this year.
They have, yeah.
Love to see what's happening with Moses Lake and West Valley as well.
3rd and 5 coming up for the Sunnyside Grizzlies. 45 seconds left to go in the first half. The Grizzlies lead it 14-3. Scored on their first 2 possessions of the ball game, and then an interception, and then turned it over on downs. So the Panther defense has slowed down the Grizzly offense somewhat late in this first half. Trips left again, 2 receivers right, 5 receivers in this set for the Grizzlies. And it's a deep pass right side, and we have a flag down, and that might be the call.
Offensive pass interference for sure.
That was Sebastian Magana on the reception. Nice toss from Avalos, but it's not going to count, and it's coming back.
Tristan Worthington, I think, is the corner on that side. He had good position, and there you see the white hat making the right call. Good call by the crew there.
That's huge because that marches them back yardage here, 3rd and forever. Panthers have a chance to maybe get the ball back here.
37 seconds, 2 timeouts. Takes the ball back to the 40-yard line.
That's a 15-yard penalty.
And that'll bring up 3rd down and 10, 3rd down and 20, actually about 19 for Sunnyside here. Ball, as I mentioned, at their own 40-yard line. Whistles.
Timeout, Wenatchee.
All right, we'll take a quick one, too. 37 seconds left to go first half. Grizzlies 14, Panthers 3. We're back to the field in 30 seconds.
Honda Those are piggy banks on wheels. Stylish, athletic piggy banks that save you money at every glorious turn. Legendary fuel efficiency, famous for its resale value, and now with great deals including 2 years complimentary maintenance, it's your chance to get into America's best value brand. So start saving money and drive happy as a pig in. See your Inland Northwest Honda dealer today. Honda can handle it.
Grant Olson, Brandon Harle, and Eric Granstrom with you from Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl. We've got 37 seconds left to go before halftime. Sunnyside facing a 3rd down and 19 from their own 40-yard line. Panthers trying to force a punt here to maybe get the ball back with some time left here in this first half. Screen pass set up left side. It's Villanueva. Upended just shy of the 50 at about the 48-yard line.
Connor Christensen again.
In fact, they're going to mark him at the 47, so a gain of about 7 on that play. And a 4th down and about 12 to go here for Sunnyside.
Big stop for the Panther D there. Allows them to use their final timeout, potentially get the ball back here. See if they can make something happen, maybe block a punt.
Brandon, that was a great play call by them. I mean, that's perfect.
Yeah, I think that's why Coach Devereaux called that timeout. It's a specific formation, that 22, that it's not a tight end, almost like a sniffer back to help block passing, but use him to slip inside for a little screen. When you're 3rd and, what was it, 3rd and 18, 19,
right.
At this point of the game, you want to take the safe play, try to get some yards, maybe break a 1st down. Pretty good play call by the defensive coordinator there.
And remember, lots coming up here at halftime on the NCWLIFE Channel. It's homecoming here at Wenatchee tonight, so we will bring you all the festivities from homecoming, including the Applettes on the field, also the Golden Apple Marching Band, and of course, the royalty, the homecoming royalty for Wenatchee High School. All that coming up, plus stats at halftime. 4th down and 12. Grizzlies, 30.4 seconds left to go, 2nd quarter.
Don't assume here when you got your quarterback as the punter.
Avalos is back in punt formation at about the 35, and another timeout is called by the Grizzlies. You know, at this point, it's hard to say what this team is going to do. I know it's 4th and 12. Your quarterback is the punter. 3 guys on each side. You just don't know what's going to happen here. I know it's 4th and long, but it's a dangerous team.
Right. They don't have anything to lose at this point, right? They're playing them ahead. They're going to get the ball back in 30 seconds. Coach wants to see how the Panther defense punt return team is going to line up. He's going to burn that timeout after he sees it. Now it's our job to make an adjustment and play that game of poker.
Martin Diaz will go deep for the Panthers in case it is a punt. Boy, at this point, it's hard to say. Avalos back now at his 35-yard line. Different formation this time for Sunnyside as well. Looks like they are going to punt it away here. Snap bounces to Avalos. He does get it off to the right side of the sideline, the Sunnyside sideline, and look like it'll be marked out at around the 22-yard line.
McPherson may have gotten a finger on that punt.
Panthers brought 8 on that play. We have Coach Devereaux on the punt block team. He usually call out 2, 4, 6, or 8 guys, and brought it all there except for that the return guy to try to get something happen, Eric. And like you said, it was just off the fingers of Michael McPherson.
Well, again, a reminder that both these teams are 2-2 in Big 9 play. You finish in the top 4, you have a chance to play a game in the crossover a couple of weeks from now. That would mean something. So this is a playoff game here tonight.
1st and 10 for Wenatchee. Only 24.4 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Handoff, Flugie. Gets past the line of scrimmage and the 30-yard line, fights his way to the 31, and that's a gain of 6 for the Panthers. They look like they're just going to let this clock run out here in this first half.
They burned that timeout to try to get that punt block. That was going to be their offensive play, and then run the ball a little bit here and go to halftime.
Well, that'll do it here for the first half at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl. Got a good one for you tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Our score at the break, it's Sunnyside 14 and Wenatchee 3. We'll be back with tons of halftime festivities here at the Apple Bowl in 2 minutes. Stay with us.
8 different political campaigns, 16 candidates, 3 cities deciding their future. NCWLIFE wants you to be informed when you cast your ballot in this November's election. That's why we're sitting down with candidates across the ballot for mayor, city council, and school board to talk through the issues and help you make the best choice. Look for those interviews right here on this channel starting October 22nd and on our website, ncwlife.com.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? Open up a world of possibilities when you sell your home and make those dreams real. At ColdwellBanker.com, you can get an instant estimate on your home, compare cost of living city by city, and learn more about our revolutionary seller's assurance program. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams. At ColdwellBanker.com. Hi everybody, Dan Coos alongside Jesse Coble from Alpine Air. There's ice on my heat pump and under my heat pump.
Well, ice under your heat pump is normal. When we go into a defrost cycle, it melts the frost off, creates water, which freezes to the ground. Ice around your heat pump is a thing that you should probably give us a call about.
Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air for heat and air. Call Alpine Air. Thanks, Jesse.
Thanks.
Guten Sie mir das Problem sagen?
Meinen Zylinder überschwimmt. Flute, ich habe mein Fugen below.
Keine Sorge.
Global Car Care. We speak your car's language.
Fragenschlüssel. Hey, you.
Well, I got a leaky transmission, my head gasket's shot, and I could use some new brake pads.
That dog don't hunt.
Global Car Care. We speak your car or truck's language.
All right, we're at halftime, and here are the Wenatchee High School Applettes.
We be just serving the peace, working we serving the streets. About to go eat one piece, bang bang leave you sleep. Tick tick boom. Serving the streets, about to go eat one piece, bang bang leave you sleep. Tick tick boom.
The Wenatchee High School Applettes performing here at Homecoming 2023 at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl. And great to have you along tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel. It's the 3-4 Sunnyside Grizzlies and the 3-4 Wenatchee Panthers. And at halftime, it's Sunnyside 14 and the Wenatchee Panthers 3. Up next for your entertainment here at halftime, it's the Wenatchee High School Golden Apple Marching Band. And one of the best bands in all the state of Washington. You're going to enjoy this performance. Good crowd here at Homecoming 2023, as you might expect. Both teams, as Eric talked about earlier, a chance to get that crossover playoff game here at the end of the season. And remember, there's only one game left after tonight in this season. So, boy, this game very, very important for both of these teams, coming in with a 2-2 Columbia Basin Big 9 record. All right, let's listen now to the Golden Apple Marching Band. Wenatchee High School Golden Apple Marching Band performing for you here at Homecoming 2023 at the Apple Bowl. As the band slowly makes their way to the middle of the field and we get set for homecoming candidates and all of that fun here at Wenatchee High School. We will take a 60-second timeout and come back with more. It's halftime. Sunnyside 14 and Wenatchee 3. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
The Wenatchee Valley. Here, most of us really enjoy the great outdoors, and most of us try to make the most of our natural resources. Here at Apple Valley Honda, we know that for generations, we have harnessed nature to sustainably power the West, and we are proud to be part of that tradition as an environmentally green dealership award winner. Being a green dealership means Apple Valley Honda has reduced our overall environmental impact. We are so proud to live in this wonderful community.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35 plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
Brent Olson, Brandon Harle, and Eric Granstrom with you tonight here from Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl. Let's go back down onto the field and enjoy some more Wenatchee Golden Apple Marching Band. Once again, the Wenatchee High School Golden Apple Marching Band, a fantastic job as always. And boy, Brandon, these kids put so much work into this too. I mean, they put as much work into this as these football players out here practicing.
I was just having this conversation with somebody about how our sports meds kids, our football players, and our band kids spend more time at our high school than almost anybody. And the sheer amount of hours our kids in the band put in to practice this is always impressive.
It really is. All right, let's take a look at how we got to this 14-3 score. And it didn't take long. Sunnyside on their first possession go 8 plays and 60 yards. Took 3 minutes 20 seconds off the clock. It was a 10-yard pass from Villanueva from Avalos. The point after attempt no good, and that made the score 6-0. On the very next possession, Sunnyside 7 plays 70 yards. Less than 2 minutes on that drive, 1:57. That was a 20-yard McNair from Avalos touchdown pass. Did go for a 2-point conversion, converted on that, and that made our score 14-0. And then on the very next possession for the Panthers, 4-play 53-yard drive, culminating in a 34-yard field goal by Anthony Garcia. That made the score 14-3. Both teams with turnovers, Brandon, in this first half. 1 interception by the Grizzlies and Avalos, but 3 interceptions in that first half by Devereaux. And I'm sure that was unexpected, and that always hurts, 3 turnovers in a half.
Oh, yeah. The stats say, right, the first order of business, look at the turnover ratio. If you're down on that, then your chances of winning that game shrink considerably. So,
and we'll get some
stats there.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. But I want to mention, we thought Avalos would be the kind of the one doing the damage tonight for Sunnyside. He's had almost 1,600 yards passing this year, but it has been the legs of Riley Gonzalez. Only 147 or 50 pounds. This kid has been a workhorse in the first
he's
half.
been impressive. They had a good game plan on their extended power play that they've been running, and I was going to tell you here, he's carried the ball 15 times for 106 yards in the first half alone. So he's had quite a night in just 2 quarters.
Well, I think we'll bring you some candidate fun here as our first candidates being introduced and walking across the field at Wenatchee High School. So, unfortunately, we don't have a list of names up here, and I wish we did. You're a teacher. Maybe you know some of these guys.
We're seeing junior James Butler walk across the field here. He's the son of one of our vice principals, Molly Butler.
All right, let's bring in some more from the field.
Wendy said she shows Panther pride by always looking at the bright side of things. Her embarrassing moment was believing she could do a jump in the air photo and landing straight on her back. Next up, Max and Janissa. Max said, to me, Panther pride means that it takes more to be a Panther. If I didn't believe that, I wouldn't be here as your vice president. His standard Wendy's order is a 10-piece spicy chicken nugget with medium fries, a Sprite, and Ghost Pepper Ranch. Janissa represents Panther pride by constantly reminding people that they belong. An embarrassing memory of hers is when she spilled a 24-ounce cup of chai all over a stage during an assembly. Last but not least, Jaime and Connor. Jaime shows Panther pride by going to every sporting event he can. His favorite hobby is playing Roblox with the boys. Connor said he represents Panther pride by getting hype in student sections. His favorite song is All Falls Down by Kanye West. On the count of 3, you will open the bed. If you have purple flowers, you are one of the 2 senior class winners. 3, 2, 1. Our 2023 homecoming senior class Queen and King are Janissa Hudson and Max Ibarra. Congratulations! We hope to see you all tomorrow at the homecoming dance.
Do you have me? Hey, I'm back.
You're there, Eric.
You had me potted down, obviously.
No, you were up. You were doing just fine.
No, I was trying to put the microphone up to the gal who was doing all the announcing.
Yeah, we're on still, too. We did get you, Eric, so
okay.
No worries there.
All right.
All right, let's take another 60-second timeout, and we'll come back and look at stats with Brandon and more as our halftime show continues on the NCWLIFE Channel right after this.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether. We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
All right, we are back at halftime. Wave, Brandon, everybody, hi. Thanks for joining us tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel. And it's been an interesting game, Brandon, to say the least. The Panthers haven't moved it quite as well maybe as we thought they would on this Sunnyside defense. And the Panthers have had a little trouble stopping this Gonzalez running back. And as we get to stats, he's the one that did all the damage really for Sunnyside, isn't he?
Yeah, there sure has been some flashes on the Panther offense and some plays that stand out on defense, but the consistency of the Sunnyside offense has been this first half story.
So not only will Brandon have our halftime stats, he's also going to tell us who the homecoming king and queen are.
Which might be the most important stat of the night.
Hey, it's homecoming here, that's right.
Yeah, the homecoming court was just announced for the seniors. Max Ibarra and Janissa Hepton were announced as our Wenatchee High School 2023 homecoming king and queen.
Congratulations.
So, for Sunnyside at the half, the quarterback Ethan Avalos was 7 for 77 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he did have that 1 interception to Ben Cook. Riley Gonzalez has been the story of the first half for the Sunnyside Grizzlies. 15 carries for 106 yards, and they've had 2 touchdowns. Receivers Chris Villanueva for 3 catches for 30 yards and a touchdown, and Noah McCare, the Air Force-bound wide receiver, 1 catch for 20 yards and a pretty spectacular touchdown. For the Panthers, running the ball, Jack Flugie has 9 carries for 46 yards. Jake Devereaux is 9 for 21 for 118 yards with those 3 interceptions. And our receiving core with Ben Cook, 2 catches for 17. Michael McPherson, 2 catches for 33 yards. And Martin Diaz leads the team with 4 catches for a total of 70 yards.
So there you have it. It's been the Riley Gonzalez show so far for Sunnyside in this first half. And Devereaux having kind of a tough first half.
Right. With that amoeba radar defensive front, always moving around before the snap, takes a lot of pressure, puts a lot of pressure on the offensive line to be perfect. And Jake's got to get rid of the ball in a very hurried fashion. And when you do that, you're often not reading the defense. Sometimes you chuck and duck and try to get on to the next play.
So I guess that brings up the next question for Eric and Brandon. What do the Wenatchee Panthers do to move the ball here in this second half? How can they get back into this?
Well, I think we started the game off with a really nice drive. We had a tip that ended up being Jake's first interception. But up until that point, real consistent, reading the mismatches, the 3 receivers against 2 DBs on the outside, getting the receivers the ball out on the edge, countering that with hard runs inside. It's 14-3. We're still in this game.
That's right.
We got to stop them here on this first kickoff and put a good drive together again.
Yeah, the defense has responded well. I think that, you know, if your offense and like what Brandon was alluding to there, okay, you got 3 interceptions. One of those was a tip ball, but 3 turnovers and you're only down 2 scores. So you still got to be feeling pretty good about yourself right now.
And they need more drives, like their second drive of the ball game, a 12-play drive that they ended up turning over on downs to Sunnyside. But that's what the Panthers need, a sustained drive, a touchdown, get back into this one. as Sunnyside takes the field, but more time was added onto the clock, so we will wait for a second here. And our broadcast brought to you by Coldwell Banker Cascade, encouraging you to leave your mark. Coldwell Banker Cascade is guiding you home in north central Washington. Also by Confluence Health, high quality care close to home. Confluence Health is dedicated to improving their patients' health with safe, high-quality care in 12 communities. And by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, providing heating and air conditioning service and installation since 1982. Serving residential and commercial, they specialize in indoor air quality installation, service, and repair. And a big thank you, as always, to all of our sponsors of sports here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Let me throw one. We had another edition here this past week, Grant. I didn't get in your sheet there, but Inland Northwest Honda dealers, thanks for jumping on board and helping us out, bring you sports here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
And also, speaking of sports on the NCWLIFE Channel, coming up on Tuesday, it's soccer action here. Moses Lake is at Wenatchee. Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wisen. That live at 7 p.m. And then, of course, biggest game of the Big Nine next week. We will be there at Eastmont High School. Moses Lake at Eastmont. Brandon and I will be in the booth. Eric as well will be on the field for that huge Big Nine matchup. Brandon, I am looking forward to that one.
Speaking of being on the field, let me interrupt you real quick here. We got Evan Burdan, graduate last year of Wenatchee High School and now U.S. Marine Corps.
Yes, sir.
All right, how's it going for you?
Pretty good.
So what's the process for you right now?
Oh, right now I'm on my boot camp leave, and then I'll go back down to Camp Pendleton for MCT, which is like basic infantry training, on November 5th. I'll be there for about the rest of November, and then I'll go down to Pensacola, Florida for 6 months.
How hard is it for you to sit here and watch these guys rather than be out there with a helmet on?
It's really hard. I was talking about that at the Davis game. It's like, if there's an extra set of pads, you know, maybe I might consider just putting them on.
Yeah, Dan Kuntz was asking you if you had any eligibility left. So what do you tell these guys as far as your defense and what you're seeing out there?
Well, coming into the second half, we're looking to make some adjustments. We need to stop the run. They've got two really big guys on their line, two really good linemen. They need to stop the run. That's the first and foremost. Their quarterback hasn't been doing too great. He's been throwing a lot of wild balls, a lot of balls that are close to interceptions. So if we can put him in that situation of 3rd and long, 4th and long, where we're making him throw that ball, hopefully we'll turn this game around with some picks.
You were a two-way guy, offensive line as well. Talk about what Wenatchee needs to do here offensively. They were able to get some chunk plays in there.
Offensively, just need to be more consistent. We have really good plays and we get some bad plays. We just get better, more consistent blocks overall.
Okay. Evan, great to see you, and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
You bet. Evan Burdan joining us here on the sidelines. Grant, back to you.
Fantastic players we mentioned here at Wenatchee High School. Guys, he's in great shape too, isn't he?
Yeah, well, I mean,
when isn't he?
Camp,
I guess.
yeah, but
yeah, boot camp. That'll do it to you.
In my
all right, underway, third quarter. Anthony Garcia kicking it deep, and taking it there for the Grizzlies is Mason Streak. Gets away from the first round of tacklers, crosses the 25, and then gets hammered down at about the 22-yard line. They're going to mark him all the way up to the 29.
I did visit with the sidelines here before the game, Grant, and trying to get some help on the pronunciations. It looks like it's Streak, but they pronounce it Strike.
Strike.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Like a quick strike.
Martin Diaz as well. I apologize for that. So just keep correcting me, Eric.
I'm here for you, baby.
Thank you very much. First down and 10, Grizzlies now at their own 29-yard line. Avalos, handoff up the middle. It's Gonzalez. Not much there this time. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. And
Ethan Wirtz coming up flexing for the fans.
Ethan Wirtz with the tackle for the Panthers.
Kind of like that on homecoming senior night. Ethan Wirtz, one of those seniors.
Second play there, it was more of an inside fold run where you saw that tight end right there in the motion, lead block.
2nd and 10, play action this time. Left side, ball is high. McNair was there right at the first down markers, but Avalos just too high. That goes incomplete and brings up 3rd down and 10.
Well, you heard the guest announcement by Evan Burdan. They're talking about putting him in 3rd down positions, and Evan's a smart football player, smart kid. And here we are, right? Make them do something we want them to do. We know now we're going to throw the ball. Better prepare for that.
That's a good point, too. 3rd and 10. Avalos shotgun with Gonzalez to his right. Once again, play action. Right side this time. The ball is completed. It's Sebastian Magana at the 36-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 7.
It looks like they're keeping the offense on the field. Of course, again, their quarterback is their punter as well, so we'll see what they decide to do.
On a 4th down and 2, the ball is at their own 37. Panthers, nobody back deep. They're not expecting a little pooch at all, but we still could see that. We did see it in the first half. Lineman back there to block too, and they're going to keep it. It's Avalos on the keeper going left side and does just get it to the 40-yard line. Needed a yard, and that's what he got there. Boy, and they got a couple of big linemen, the 6-foot, 300-pound Santiago Casas and Carter Hoover, 6 feet, 280 pounds.
They had a sniffer tight end back there, and then the running back led for him. They had everything going on that side.
1st and 10, Grizzlies now at their own 40-yard line. Vala shotgun, rolls to his left a couple of steps, wings it down left side, has a receiver, and it's caught at the 30-yard line. And it's caught by Chris Villanueva.
That's just a beautiful pitch and catch by Avalos and Ben Cook. Pretty good coverage downfield. He kind of bit a little bit. And, or excuse me, for Wenatchee on the coverage that time, it was Tristan Witherington, and just bit a little, and that was enough to get the receiver room for the catch.
29 yards on that pass play. Here's Gonzalez now getting hammered at the line of scrimmage at about the 30-yard line. Boy, a host of Panthers there, and on the stop led by Austin Vanderkooi again.
Much better job of closing that power side gap. The down block by the right tackle, letting that left tackle pull around, or ends crash down, shut that lane down quick for that quick stop there.
Gain of 2 on that carry by Gonzalez. Bring up a 2nd down and 8. In there at running back, Trey Castro, fake to him, left side pass, and it's completed over the left side to the 15-yard line. Gain of 14 yards on that play. Neen Arriaga on the reception that time for Sunnyside. Ball will be placed at the 15-yard line, so 1st down and 10 Grizzlies from the Panther 15.
I think that was McNair on that catch.
Yeah, it was
McNair.
Yeah, 14 over there is McNair.
Handoff. Inside, nothing doing that time for the backup running back Castro.
Panthers doing much better job on the D-line and getting those linebackers involved to keep these gains short on the running plays.
Loss of about 4 on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down and long now for the Grizzlies. 2nd down and 12. Castro stays in at running back. Avalos shotgun, flags, and a whistle.
Offsides on the defense.
So that'll be a 2nd down and 7 now for Sunnyside instead of 2nd and 12, when the ball will be spotted at the Wenatchee 12-yard line. 8:17 left to go here, 3rd quarter. First possession of this 2nd half, and it's been Sunnyside moving down the field. Here's Avalos looking left, nobody there. Flag down, we might have a hold as Avalos is chased out of bounds at around the 9-yard line.
Yeah, Calvin Bishop, who was offsides on the last play, tried to split the defenders and get in there and get some pressure. They held him on the way through.
Really nice job by Tristan Worthington and Ernie Velasquez. They're staying on top of McNair as well, taking away that primary throw for the Sunnyside quarterback.
So that'll move Sunnyside back 10 yards.
That'll be a 10-yard penalty.
Back outside the 20 to the 22. So 2nd and 17 now for the Grizzlies. Split 2 receivers right side, 1 to the left of Avalos. Castro stays in at running back. Play action, left side. There's McNair, cuts it back upfield across the 15, gets wrestled down at the 12, and a flag comes flying in. We might have a face mask.
Noah McNair with the reception.
See the call here is a nice gain down to the 12, as we mentioned, about a 10-yard gain there. Usually it's face mask when it's right there, isn't it? It's the point of the tackle.
Probably a defense, but it could be also block in the back.
That
right
could
there.
be it too.
That's what it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, they kept moving the flag, so it's a spot foul. So that tells you that they're going to take away the face mask opportunity there, and something against the offensive team whenever they move that flag around like that.
So Sunnyside moves back to pretty much where they were at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, that's a good indication for folks at home, being a former official myself. Whenever they move the flag around, that's going to be against the offense. If it's against the defense, they add it on to the end of the run, half the distance kind of a thing from where the end of the play was.
Second down and 16 now for the Grizzlies. They need to get to the Panther 5-yard line for a first down. This time it will be a handoff to Castro. Tries the left side, cuts it back up, and then gets hammered at about the 26-yard line.
Coughed it up there on that tough tackle.
Loose.
Yeah, they blew the whistle dead pretty quick there.
Daniel Moffitt came in and just leveled the running back at the 17-yard line. Gain of 5, and that'll bring up third down and 12. Clock continuing to roll here in the third quarter. Now 7:16 left. Sunnyside with the 14-3 lead.
Got to remember, this is the only possession of the second half so far.
Handoff, delay handoff. It's Serta up the middle of the field, ahead of steam inside the 5, and I think that'll be a Sunnyside first down on third down and 12. It's going to be awfully close.
He's all the way down to the 4-yard line. That'll bring up first down.
It will be a first down, so first and goal for Sunnyside at the Panther 4-yard line. What a drive here by the Grizzlies to start this half.
We're going to see it again here.
It's again, Serta stays in, gets a hand signal from Avalos, gets the handoff left side. Panthers had him corralled. He's not going to get in there. Might get a yard on that run.
Good job by Ethan Wirtz there, crossing the face of the lineman to get into the backfield and pull him down. Quick hole there that closed up very rapidly.
That'll bring up second down and goal now. 3 yards to go for the Grizzlies. Handoff. Here it is again. Serta and just strolls into the end zone. Touchdown, Grizzlies.
Dan Serta with the Sunnyside touchdown.
Big, long drive to begin this half for the Grizzlies. Took half the quarter on that possession almost. 6:07 left in the third.
Well, this is a tall hill to climb for the Panthers. They haven't shown they have that explosive ability, have had a hard time with the passing game here tonight. So kind of adjustments they made at halftime.
It's Alberto Ledesma on for the kick, and that was a pretty ugly attempt all the way around, and it's no good. But 6:07 left in the third quarter. It's now Sunnyside 20 and Wenatchee 3. More football coming from the Apple Bowl in 60 seconds.
8 different political campaigns, 16 candidates, 3 cities deciding their future. NCWLIFE wants you to be informed when you cast your ballot in this November's election. That's why we're sitting down with candidates across the ballot for mayor, city council, and school board to talk through the issues and help you make the best choice. Look for those interviews right here on this channel starting October 22nd and on our website, ncwlife.com.
Allergens. You can't see them, but they live in your carpet and your air ducts. Call the experts at Clean Air Connection for a clean, healthy living environment. Experience, education, and the right equipment equals the best cleaning job possible. Call Clean Air Connection today. Pet dander, allergens, dust, and pollen? Trust your home's carpet and duct cleaning to the experienced experts at Clean Connection. This locally owned family business educates their staff and uses only the best equipment. Call Clean Air Connection today.
That Sunnyside scoring drive, a big one. 13 plays, 71 yards, 5 minutes, 50 seconds off the clock. A 3-yard touchdown run by Serta. The kick at point after attempt, no good. And that's where we are at 20-3 as Herrera kicking it off. And we've got a flag. Might be an offside on the kicking team. 6:07 left to go. That was impressive, Brandon. Long drive there.
Yeah, exactly what Sunnyside wanted to do, and the Panthers weren't able to stop that key running play over and over. They had a few successful stops, and Sunnyside adjusted by going inside. A couple of nice throws by their quarterback to their star receiver again.
So I think it was an offside on the kicking team here.
Well, the official signal by our white hat tonight was a procedure on the kicking team. One of the officials near me says, well, you don't see that very often.
No, you don't.
Oh, well, I see they're running a player off and bringing in a backup, so there might have been miscommunication or misalignment. There's some certain rules now, Eric, about how many players have to be on
either side of the football.
So it's McPherson and Matheson deep for the Panthers. Wenatchee should have some pretty good field position here with that penalty on the kickoff. A short kick, and it goes all the way through the Wenatchee players. Matheson picks it up at about the 18, stumbles, goes to a knee. And the Panthers will have it at their own 19-yard line.
We got flags, we got hats, we got extracurricular after the play was over towards midfield.
At the 19-yard line.
Boy, a little bit of everything on that kickoff.
In the middle of that for Wenatchee was Gabe Patterson. Some pushing and shoving going on after the whistle.
As the referees trying to sort this out.
And you see a hat down like that, that means the official threw 2 flags. He threw his flag in his pocket, and once you throw that one, you're out. And so now you got to throw your hat.
Is that an indication oftentimes of offsetting here?
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
You just hope that there's no fisticuffs, so that means ejection.
Right.
And that means you can't play next week. Wenatchee's already had to deal with that from last week's game against Davis, missing a key cog in their lineup here tonight, hoping not to have one more down.
Got a couple of Major League Baseball Championship Series finals for you. It was Houston. 3-run homer in the top of the 9th. Go on to defeat the Rangers 5-4 tonight. And in the National League, it's Arizona 6 and Philadelphia 5. So a couple of close ones in baseball today. How about Houston? Altuve, a home run, top of the 9th inning to give them the lead, and they hold on and win.
Well, the smallest guys in baseball. See, kids?
Right.
You know, you don't have to be 6'3" and 295 pounds to be a hero in sports.
Did I see that they, at the end of that game, was there's some hands thrown?
I did see a little bit of that.
I didn't get a chance to follow up on it. I saw the headline that there was a scuffle.
Here's our call.
And a personal foul on Sunnyside. That's one of the calls.
Ejection. So it's Wenatchee football. Back here at the 19-yard line. I thought, did you see that, Brandon? I thought that he gave the thumb.
He did, yeah.
To a Sunnyside player.
Yeah, I was trying to watch, read a little bit of his lips there on the television screen, but he definitely did.
I'm going to go try to eavesdrop.
While we're waiting for Eric, there is an update. Eastmont's up 28-0 now in the 3rd quarter down there against Eisenhower in Yakima.
Cruising are the Wildcats.
Okay, so we got a kick and a punch against Sunnyside. Sorry to interrupt, guys.
Nope.
Kick and a punch against the Sunnyside player. He's ejected. I didn't get a number. Sorry about that. Wenatchee player also involved unnecessary roughness. He stays in the game. offsetting penalties, first down Wenatchee.
Ball is at their own 19-yard line. Down now 20-3, and more flags fly.
Motion against the offense.
Legal procedure against the Panthers.
So I missed that score, Brandon. What was that? Eastmont?
Eastmont was up 28-0 against Eisenhower. Gunnar Peterson just ran in, I think, his second or third touchdown of the night.
Okay.
League leader in rushing, Gunnar Peterson for the Wildcats. All right, now it's 1st and 15 for the Panthers. The ball is back at their own 14-yard line. Devereaux shotgun. Handoff Flugie up the middle. Nice leg, ankle tackle. Flugie made his way up the field. Once again, Wyatt Mashburn has had a heck of a game for Sunnyside from his linebacker position. That's a gain of about 3 for Flugie. It'll bring up 2nd down and 12. Injured player for Sunnyside. Does go off on his own power. It's Carlos Pedroza, a senior for the Grizzlies. 2nd and 12 now for the Panthers. Ball
yeah, we believe it's number 25 for Sunnyside that was ejected.
Get a quads look here at the top of the formation for the Panthers.
Devereaux rolling to his right, has a receiver. It's complete across the 25 to about the 26-yard line, and that's a nice gain on 2nd down for the Panthers.
Ben Cook there on the catch.
Benjamin Cook, the receiver.
Is it tempting, Brandon, to go a little hurry up here?
If you're able to, again, the Panthers have so many guys going 2 ways.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and like you said, we don't have an explosive offense, so you do have to fight that urge to try to speed it up. But yeah, I think it's important to up your tempo.
Gain of 9 on that pass to Cook. Now it's 3rd down and 3 for Wenatchee at their own 26. Devereaux is going to roll left this time. Dumps it downfield to McPherson. Does he make the catch? And that'll be enough for a 1st down, I believe, at the 30-yard line. And it is. What a catch by McPherson to keep this drive alive for the Panthers. Michael McPherson, a senior for the Panthers. Nice play there.
Catch on a shoe tops. It's so difficult for a right-handed quarterback to roll left, and Jake just tried to baby it there and almost underthrew him enough for the incompletion.
1st and 10 now, Wenatchee. A desperately needed 1st down here as we get late now in this 3rd quarter. Here's Flugie, and he can't get past the Sunnyside Grizzlies, number 22, Sebastian Borden, I believe. And that'll be a loss of about 3 yards.
Calvin Bishop had a tough assignment there. That nose tackle slanting across that gap to the left. Just couldn't quite get his hands to the outside of him.
That was actually Chris Villanueva that got in there and made that tackle.
Yeah.
22 for Davis. For Sunnyside.
3:41 left in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 13, Wenatchee. Devereaux looking left, goes over the middle. It was tipped. He tried to get it to his big tight end, Ethan Wirtz, and it was tipped by a linebacker and goes incomplete.
Well, that shows the versatility of this defense and what they do. Play before, Villanueva gets lined up on the line of scrimmage, shoots through the gap, is able to make a tackle for a loss. That play drops back and is the hand in the air that knocks that pass away.
3rd and 13, Wenatchee. Ball at their 27-yard line. Trips right side of the line. A lot of times this is that screen where Wirtz acts as a blocker out there, but this time they're all going downfield. Over the middle of the field, McPherson wide open. Gets hit at the 45 of Sunnyside, and that is a huge gain for the Panthers.
Boy, Jake Devereaux held in the pocket there and took a whale of a smack from Wyatt Mashburn. He looked like he was trying to make mashed potatoes out of Devereaux there, but he took the hit, and they get the lick out towards midfield.
32 yards on that play, and a nice run after the catch by McPherson, and the ball now at the Grizzly 45-yard line. Trips left side this time. Quick pass, it's McPherson making the catch. 40-yard line inside the 40, takes a hit to the back of the head by Mashburn and is down at the 38, make it the 38-yard line.
There's your matchup again. 3 receivers split out, 2 defensive backs. You do the quick math. It's the check with me, get it over to him, what did he get there, 7, 8 yards?
Right. Second down and 3, so 7 on that first down play.
Might see it again here.
Devereaux is going to give it to Flugie this time. Gives a couple of defenders a little ride, including Villanueva. Not quite a first down, only a yard on that play. That'll bring up third down and a short 2 for the Panthers.
That zone blocking system up front for Wenatchee against this defense sometimes leaves a guy untouched. In that case, it was Gage Newhouse. The 180-pound senior came through untouched, makes the tackle.
Shotgun Devereaux. Young receiver Polito to the left. Here's Flugie, and he'll get the first down. Almost got tripped up at that marker, but picks up 4 down to the Sunnyside 33-yard line.
Sunnyside blitzing there on that 3rd and short and picking a gap, and that's where the Panthers ran away from, and that's that gamble with that kind of defensive front.
So the Panthers keep the drive moving. First down and 10. Clock moving too as we get close to a minute and a half now left in the 3rd quarter. There's Devereaux, nobody home as he throws it out of bounds at the Sunnyside sideline. Cook, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down and 10.
A mix up with the receiving core there, and somebody didn't get the assignment, and Jake had to clutch because he was turning to throw that quick out. Get some 7 yards again on first down, and one of the receivers was a bit lost.
Yeah, that's where you miss your Mason Galvin, your Alex Brender in that situation where the communication not quite there. And yeah, like you said, he had Mashburn right in his face, so Devereaux just had to heave it out of bounds.
Second and 10. Trips left this time. Quick pass McPherson, and a nice defensive play by Sunnyside. And Neen Arriaga, excuse me, with that stop.
And they told me beforehand it's Nene.
Nene Arriaga.
I guess next time I talk to the other team, I should probably pass those notes on to you, Grant.
Or I should come with you. Third down and 10 now for Wenatchee, trying desperately to get some points here to cut into this 20-3 lead. 50 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Quick moving 3rd quarter here from the Apple Bowl. Devereaux on 3rd down, rolls right, spin move to get out of traffic, tries to cut it back upfield, can't do it. To get back to about the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up 4th down. That's 3 consecutive plays and no gain on those 3 plays.
A lot of assignments. The Panthers had, Coach Devereaux had the running back split to the right to pick up that outside rush. Unfortunately, we couldn't get that that block made, which causes Jake to then have to spin away from the throw and try to get a few yards.
4th and 10. Boy, big play for the Panthers here, needing points on the board. Ball at the 33-yard line. Devereaux back to pass. Going over the middle of the field. McPherson is there, but McNair with an outstanding interception at the 5-yard line. Well, I think McPherson thought he had it right in his arms.
That's a really good read by Jake. The right throw. And a really good athlete that climbed over the top of
holy cow,
our Panther receiver there.
And that snuffs out that nice drive by the Panthers that took almost 6 minutes, and that does end our 3rd quarter. After 3 here at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl, it's Sunnyside 20 and Wenatchee 3. Back with more in 60 seconds.
The road can be a crazy place. Uh-oh. That's why Les Schwab Tires fixes brakes, steering, and more. And those guys don't. Keep driving. I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first, so I can backseat drive with confidence.
During our fall tire sales, save up to $250 on a set of 4 select tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Appy's has been around the Pacific Northwest for generations. Yep, our parking lot used to have phone booths, and this amazing hair was considered to be in style. You know what hasn't changed in the past 59 years? Our recipes, hand-rolled dough, and toppings to the edge. That's what makes us legendary. It's back, baby. You asked for it, and Appy's listened.
Bacon.
Bacon.
Cheddar.
Yep, this amazing pizza is on sale for a very limited time. Hurry in or order at Abby's.com. Your taste buds and family will thank you.
Grant Olson, Brandon Harle, and Eric Granstrom with you at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl. 3 quarters now in the books. It's Sunnyside 20, Wenatchee 3. Sunnyside with the ball at their own 5-yard line. And by the way, that was a 12-play, 6-minute drive for the Panthers that ended in the 4th interception of the night for Jake Devereaux. Here's the handoff straight up the middle. Nothing fancy there. Castro with the carry. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage. It's at the 5-yard line.
It's the kind of drive that we were hoping the Panthers would put together. A really good read. It was the exact throw, the right spot. Michael McPherson's hands were there. Unfortunately, McNair pulled it out from it. It was a really great, impressive catch.
It's one of the best interceptions I've seen this year. It really is. 2nd down and 9 now for the Grizzlies. Going to take their time here with a 20-3 lead, and we're in the 4th quarter. Avalos looks over his offensive set. Castro stays in at halfback. Good time for Avalos, looking downfield, has his man there. It's Magana and Moore run out of bounds finally at the 45-yard line. See where they mark him out, and it will be at the 45. 39 yards on that pass and catch for the Grizzlies. That's an ouch right there.
Yeah, you have him pinned back. You got him in a position where they have to throw a little longer down and distance there and find that hole in the zone, and he's able to get another 20 after the catch.
The receivers are very good after the catch, aren't they? They're so quick.
Yards, yeah.
All right, 1st and 10 now for the Grizzlies at their own 45-yard line. Handoff, it's Castro, lowers his shoulders, gets across the 45 to about the 47. 2 yards on that 1st down play. 2nd and 8 for the Grizzlies.
2nd down, long 8, Sunnyside.
Quickly to the line are the Grizzlies this time on this 2nd and 8. Getting the play in from, once again, Coach Lobestal. As Avalos in shotgun. Handoff, it's Castro. Gets across the first line of defense by the Panthers, and then just barely gets a yard on that play. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 7 now for the Grizzlies. The ball is at their own 48-yard line. They need to get to the Panther 45 for a 1st down.
Connor Christensen with a good read there, timing the snap and finding the right gap to try to stick that for a loss.
He's had a good game on defense.
He's a really
tonight.
good football player.
Avalos rolls left this time, has a receiver wide open at the bottom, or I should say in the flat left side. It's caught there by Aaron Martinez, the tight end. He gets all the way down to the 38-yard line, gain of 10 on that play for the Grizzlies.
How many different receivers have they used tonight, Brandon?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different, that they throw the running back on some screens, but yeah, they mixed it up a little bit.
1st and 10, McNair, the dangerous McNair, split on the left side. Avalos going right, has a receiver, and he overshot him. Wide open was, Chris Villanueva, the junior, number 22, and just overshot him, luckily for the Panthers, because he was wide open over there. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 now for the Grizzlies. Ball still at the Wenatchee 38-yard line.
2nd down, 10, Grizzlies.
3 receivers right side. Same formation with McNair, the lone receiver on the short side of the field. Avalos. Handoff. Here's Gonzalez back in there. Does get about a 2-yard gain, and a nice play by Finn Matheson on defense for the Panthers.
Boy, that was a great open field tackle by Matheson, because he doesn't make that. He's still running.
Riley Gonzalez, ball carrier.
Haven't seen Gonzalez a whole lot since about midway through the 2nd quarter. Castro's been doing a lot of the work, but Gonzalez stays in there. Had a big game tonight. Avalos delay handoff. Gonzalez got tripped up at about the 36, falls forward to the 35, and that'll be a gain of 3 for the Grizzlies.
Nice job by Connor Christensen again, getting just enough of him to trip him up and cause him to fall off balance at the line of scrimmage. Connor's had a good game tonight.
Really has. 4th and 7 for Sunnyside. 4 receivers split out to the left side of the line. 1 receiver right side, ball in the middle of the field. Avalos, lots of time this time. Going over the middle, McNair bobbles it, tried to catch it on the 2nd and even 3rd try, and it falls to the turf, incomplete. And the Panthers will take over on downs.
We've got a Grizzly down on the field, slow to get up here.
Really fortunate that that ball was volleyballed around a little bit there and ended up on the turf.
I think that throw was just a little bit behind McNair. If that would have been on target,
yeah,
that had some yards written all over it.
Defenders kind of flying across the formation there, and I think McNair got caught up in the wash a little bit.
So we do have a Grizzly down on the field, as Eric mentioned. Haven't seen a number quite yet.
It is one of their linemen.
8:35 left to go in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, I thought I saw 4:54 Jose Ayala. Slow to get up.
Nice to see him come off on his own power, kind of holding that right shoulder and arm area. So we hope he's okay. Panthers have it now 1st down and 10 at their own 35-yard line. As I mentioned, 8 minutes, 35 seconds left to go. The Panthers need some points, and they need them right now on this possession. A good drive. Their last possession, as I mentioned, 12 plays, 6 minutes, came up with nothing. Here's Flugie now. Handoff straight up the middle. With his sheer size, picks up about 3 yards on 1st down. That'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Always a powerful runner. He's going to give you everything he's got. You're going to get it right. 1, 2 very hard-earned yards right away.
And Eric mentioned it earlier. You don't really realize how big this kid is until you're down on the field with him. And man, just a big kid.
Well, like our guest on the sideline, Evan Burdan, Jack Flugie's a really good wrestler for our Panthers.
Oh yeah.
Team.
This time Devereaux rolling to the right, has a receiver. It's McPherson, just stopped in the soft spot of that zone, found the spot, gets all the way down to the 48-yard line.
Boy, I saw McPherson post up right there and had 2 guys bracketing him, and Devereaux saw him about the same time I did. Whipped that ball his way. I was like, get there, get there, get there.
14 yards on that play. McPherson's had a nice night at receiver tonight.
He's had himself, he's at 7 receptions now.
Good for him. 1st down at 10, Panthers. Devereaux going to put it up again. Lots of pressure, screen set up. It's Flugie, but a nice defensive play again. Nene Arriaga, and he's gotten Flugie a couple of times on those screen passes.
Yeah, really well. Just a really good call, right? We got a screen.
It was a good call.
They're blitzing hard on 1st down. We get the reception that we want, but gosh, man, that linebacker for Sunnyside is right there to sniff it
that's
out.
just a great individual play by Nene. He said no to that screen pass.
And, you know, he plays bigger than 143 pounds. He's had Flugie one-on-one a few times. Flags fly to
defense.
Offside on the defense.
This will knock off 5 more yards. Now you're in 2nd and short.
Well, and that stops the clock for you, too.
Yeah.
Set of 2nd and 7, Brandon. You're right. It's 2nd and 2 now for the Panthers.
So you're running short on time, right? Yeah, I mean,
this is kind of the play you go for something, don't you?
Well, if you're an offensive coordinator, if you have the skill set guys to do it, this is when you want to take a shot.
Ball is just shy of the 40-yard line. Flugie on the carry, big hole right side, inside the 30, down to the Sunnyside 28-yard line. Gain of 13 for Flugie on that carry.
We got a Panther down after the play. I think we got a cramp in the left calf. Tristan Witherington down.
Just in front of the Panther bench.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 28-yard line.
I hope that's a cramp. Now they're looking at an ankle.
Ladies and gentlemen,
so we'll have to see what.
He was right on the bottom of that pile where they tackled Jack Flugie. Great seal block by Ethan Wirtz on that play. Was able to get out and around from his tight end position, able to make the block to help spring Flugie around the right edge there.
Tristan's one of our starting cornerbacks for the Panthers here, so that'll be felt on defense as well. He was probably given one of our receivers. We're a little thinner tonight in the receiving core, as well as the defensive back core.
Yeah, it looks like he may have rolled that ankle in the bottom of that stack.
Going to try and get him up off the turf here at Lee Bofto Field. He is sitting up now. Worthington, by the way, 5'9", 165-pound junior for the Panthers. 6 minutes, 42 seconds left, and he's going to need some assistance to get off. Eric, I think you nailed it. Left ankle, it appears. As he is helped off the field, and both teams now set to get back out there. As I mentioned, 6 minutes, 42 seconds left. Sunnyside on top, 20-3. Panthers with it. First down and 10. 3 receivers split left. It's McPherson in the slot. Nobody, I guess Polito is on the right side. Devereaux back to pass. Tough pass to the left side. He does have Cook over there. Gets a late hit. No call there, but is very close to a first down.
Cook with the reception.
It's the basic flood route there. 3 receivers, all at different levels, 5, 10, and the outside receiver takes the top off and good throw going. As Eric, you said earlier,
it's a tough throw.
Throwing to your left when you're a right-handed quarterback on the roll, that's hard.
Just able to get enough on it, and that late hit out of bounds, Grant, was a little help from the chain gang over there.
I can't believe that. The best chain gang in Washington, and they don't.
Well, they were scrambling out of the way,
okay.
but I think he got caught on the chain a little bit.
We'll have to mention that to him later on. Second down and 3 now, Panthers. Devereaux under pressure, and he goes down at about the 23-yard line. That'll be a loss of about 2 on that sack.
Looked like a read option there, didn't it, Brandon?
Well, I think it was just a straight-up play-action pass. As soon as the ball was snapped, I'm reading the tight end on that, and he took off, so that tells me that it's a play-action, but he had no time. Got hit from the backside there.
Jaden Serta from his defensive back position came in on that blitz and was one of the first players to make a hit on Devereaux.
Third down, 3 yards to go.
3rd and 3 Panthers now. Ball back at the Sunnyside 21-yard line. Here's Devereaux rolling to the right. It's a quarterback keeper, and boy, he hit hard.
Ouch, and got piled right on his head. He's had a concussion already this year, and he looks like he's a little woozy out there right now.
Wyatt Mashburn again on that stop.
Wyatt Mashburn on the tackle for the Grizzlies.
No gain pretty much on that play. It's still 4th down and 6 for the Panthers. Once again, the ball is at the Grizzly 27 or 23-yard line.
I think Wenatchee timeout, and I think Scott wants to check on his son right now to make sure he's okay.
Took a pretty good hit, that's for sure. We'll take a break too. 5 minutes, 12 seconds left. 4th quarter. Sunnyside 20, Wenatchee 3. We're back at Lee Bofto Field in 60 seconds.
At Confluence Health, our mission is clear: to provide exceptional care for our community. We believe in healthcare that's personal and local because we're just like you, members of this great community.
We are Confluence.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
We are Confluence.
The Wenatchee Valley. Here, most of us really enjoy the great outdoors, and most of us try to make the most of our natural resources. Here at Apple Valley Honda, we know that for generations, we have harnessed nature to sustainably power the West, and we are proud to be part of that tradition as an Environmentally Green Dealership Award winner. Being a green dealership means Apple Valley Honda has reduced our overall environmental impact. We are so proud to live in this wonderful community.
4th down and 6 for the Panthers. Devereaux looked to the left side for his tight end receiver. Wirtz had to keep it and will not get the first down. Did make it to about the 20-yard line, and that is going to be short, and the Panthers turn it over on downs.
Sprint out to the left there. Our the Sunnyside right defensive end was able to get upfield and kind of impede Jake's progress, and had to put his foot in the ground and try to get it himself. And
a little leap at the end to try and get those extra yards and just couldn't quite get there. Now it's 5:04 left here in the fourth quarter. Sunnyside has it at their own 25-yard line. Or I should say 20-yard line. And with that 17-point lead, late substitute coming in for the Panthers. Pass right side. It's caught out in the flat. Briones right in front of the Sunnyside bench and gets about 5, maybe 6 yards across the 25 to the 26-yard line.
It's an RPO there. Right side tackles pulling. Quarterback had to read whether or not he wanted to hand it off or chuck it out.
Right. Sunnyside has just played efficiently, haven't they, in this second half? Haven't really done anything extraordinary, but just possessed the ball. Screen pass set up left side. It's McNair. Look out. Gets out to the outside. We might have a penalty on Sunnyside, though. McNair cuts it back upfield and is finally drugged down past midfield at the Panther 48-yard line. But let's check the penalty.
Should have 2 penalties here. Kirk Lyons threw his flag, and then he threw his hat because he was out of flags. So this one's coming back.
One of our Panther defenders tried to bring him down by using his leg there, where the yellow flag is, Eric?
Yeah, well, I don't know about the block before he tried to use his leg to tackle him. So
could have offsetting penalties here.
You can have, by the way, if I remember correctly, you can trip if you're on the defense. You can't trip if you're on the offense.
Well, I think it was a block in the back anyway, so irregardless, backing it up a little bit.
2 penalties on Sunnyside.
2 blocks in the back. Declined the first and took the second.
Okay. All right. So I did have that right.
So that'll take Sunnyside back down. They'll face second down and long, about 2nd and 14 for the Grizzlies.
I always thought you should be able to do math on the penalties. If it's, offsetting penalties, 15 yards one way, 5 yards the other, it should be a 10-yard net penalty.
You're right. It's got to be fair.
Second down, Grizzlies. Quick pass. I think Avalos just getting rid of that one. Intended receiver is Mackay Matt.
It's another RPO there. I'm sure Coach Lowenstall over there is just chewing on his tongue.
Right.
Just hand the ball off. It's the fourth quarter. Keep the clock running. But if you give the quarterback that option and you trust, you're letting him.
What'd you say earlier? Quarterbacks are what? A little greedy?
Well, they like to, hey, man, it's RPOs.
Stats, baby.
The guy's always open, Coach.
3rd and 14 now for Sunnyside. Ball at their 15-yard line. Avalos, quick pass right side in the middle of the field. It's Castro. Gets corralled at the 30 or 25 by Matheson. They're going to give him the 26-yard line. It's a gain of about 11. Timeout called by the Panthers. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Global Car Care. Your vehicle is their #1 priority. Diesels and European cars are their specialty. Pickup and drop off is available. Stop by their website at globalcarcare.net. And by Harvest Valley Pest Control, living healthy, local, and pest-free. You can rest assured Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet-safe material around your home or office. Call Harvest Valley Pest Control today for your free estimate. Their phone number, 509-423-2207. 3:50 left to go in this fourth quarter. 4th down and 3 for the Grizzlies. The ball is in their own territory at the 27-yard line.
With just under 4 minutes left, you're up by more than 2 scores. At this point in time, I think you got to punt it downfield and let the Panther
I would think here.
offense try to beat you.
Would be the obvious play here, but I guess you just never know with the quarterback, also the punter. Now Avalos will go back in punt formation, the punt team out there. Back for the Panthers, Martin Diaz, and he will stand at the Wenatchee 42-yard line. So the Panthers will have good field position here, just running out of time, and it is a fake up the middle. Not going to get there, though. Going to be about a yard short. 2 yards on that play, and needed 3, so the Panthers will take over in really good field position at the Sunnyside 28-yard line.
Pretty surprised about that call.
Yes, I was.
But, with the amount of time left in the game, taking a risk down here on the road. Maybe it's not the worst thing. The Panther offense hasn't been able to put together a consistent drive.
That may have been part of that decision making right there.
There was
First
a team
down at
from
10.
Eugene that tried that last weekend in Seattle, wasn't there?
Yeah, I believe so. Ball at the Sunnyside 28. Devereaux's going to put it up, and it gets blocked at the line of scrimmage. And once again, it's that little guy, Arriaga, Nene, who's had a heck of a game on defense, and it goes incomplete.
He's 5'8", and he jumped about 6'9" there.
Made some good tackles tonight for his size as well. Matheson comes in. Flugie now to the bench. 3:42. Clock is stopped here in the fourth quarter. So Matheson will be the lone setback alongside Devereaux to his right. 3 receivers right side. McPherson in the slot. Devereaux rolls to his right under pressure. He's going to keep it, looking for a block.
Devereaux keeping the ball.
Then scampers out of bounds right at the original line of scrimmage at the 28-yard line. So no gain on that second down play.
Hardest hit all night long against Jake Devereaux was by his dad there as he came out of bounds. Give Scott credit, he kept his feet.
Third down and 10 for the Panthers. Clock stopped again at 3:35 left. Matheson stays in at running back. Devereaux, the snap in shotgun, takes a hard hit from behind on that throw, and once again maybe a miscommunication there as it goes incomplete.
Well, he gave a hand signal to the wideout on this side, Gabriel Polito. But again, Gabriel basically playing his first game, full game as a varsity player, having to come in as a sub, and he didn't see the hand signal, and so didn't see the pass pattern he was supposed to run.
And to that end, Eric mentioned only a sophomore as Polito in his first game three so probably doesn't get the reps like a lot of the starters do, Brandon, where he's used to doing that in his sleep.
We're down 3 receivers that see the field at times.
Right.
At this point.
Trips left again, left side of Devereaux as he rolls that direction. Still has it, and then takes a hit back at the 32-yard line. And guess who? Nene Arriaga once again on that stop. And we have a flag down?
Yeah, it's going to be a dead ball foul against the defense. A little taunting after the play, after that tackle was made for the stop on 4th down.
But Arriaga, for his size, he could really play defense.
He sure closes fast. That's you put your foot in the ground and sprint to that to that tackle.
I don't think that was a live ball call. We'll see here.
Jake had already been brought down. Yeah.
Loss was 4 on that sack. And Sunnyside will take over.
That's their second of the half.
With 3:23 left now in the game. Sunnyside will have it, it looks like, at their own 16-yard line. 3:23, as I mentioned, left. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Plan your next tournament and event today. Call the Pro Shop today to schedule your time on the Full Swing S4 widescreen golf simulators. 509-884-4653. 1st and 10 now for the Grizzlies, in control of this one. The ball is at their 16-yard line, a 20-3 lead. Handoff up the middle and a few yards across the 15 to about the 17, maybe a yard on that play. Once again, Ortega, the ball carrier for Sunnyside, or Castro rather, for Sunnyside. Clock rolling here as we've now dipped under 3 minutes left in the game. 2nd down and 9 for the Grizzlies. Looking to just run this clock out here if they can on this possession. Handoff again. This time it's Gonzalez back in there. Does make the 20-yard line. Gain of 3 on that play.
I think Avalos got a little talking to by the coach over there about the RPO.
I agree. I was thinking that same thing. And a timeout is called on the field. Once again, I want to mention our fantastic sponsors of football here on the NCWLIFE Channel, and they include Kennedy Real Estate Group. They're more than selling houses. They're building communities. Buying or selling, call the Kennedy Real Estate Group online at kennedygroup.com. Also by Les Schwab. Les Schwab takes your safety seriously every time you stop by. Post game, Eric, you plan on talking to Coach Devereaux at the end of this one?
The Booster Club would like everybody to know that pizza slices.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can grab him here for a walk-off rather than have a full post game.
Right.
Because I'm sure he's probably not in too big of a talkative mood.
No, probably not.
I'm going to ask him here when he's got the headset off before we finish up if I could get just a quick comment from him about the game.
Okay. 3rd down and 6 here for the Grizzlies. 2:37 left to go in the game. Panthers only points on the board, a first half field goal, 35-year-old field goal. Garcia with that, and that's been it offensively for the Panthers here tonight. 3rd and 6. Big lineman back in the backfield in front of the quarterback. Handoff. It's Gonzalez around the left side, and I don't think he's going to get enough for a first down. It's going to be awfully close. I think he's going to be about a yard short. Got 5 on that carry. Needed about 6.
The biggest man on the field is his lead back, and he ran away from him.
Right.
Gain of 5. It'll bring up 4th down and 1 for Sunnyside.
4th down and 1. Same as exactly, Brandon. High snap. It's taken by Gonzalez, and he gets to the 20-yard line. That'll be a loss of 5 on that bad snap. Avalos couldn't handle that one over his head, and Sunnyside will turn it over on downs for the 2nd, in fact, the 3rd consecutive possession of this half. And that'll give Wenatchee's fantastic field position once again. It'll be where? At the Sunnyside 20-yard line. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left. The Panthers back out there on offense. Flugie back out as well. A late substitution coming in for Sunnyside. Had a collision with Michael McPherson over there,
I've seen players running on the field late, but I've never seen a person take out one of the players as they did it.
Oh, they waved the flag?
They did.
Wow.
Is that because we didn't give him a chance to sub? Or I mean, it's a
that's got to be what it
turnover
was.
Change
on
of possession.
downs,
The official, the referee, hadn't blown the play yet, hadn't started the play clock. So that gave Sunnyside a chance to get a guy on the field.
So we'll start over. 1st down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Devereaux looking right, goes over the middle of the field. And it goes incomplete as Martin Diaz was just hammered at about the 12-yard line. He's still down.
He's hurt.
The wind knocked out of him, hopefully.
I think so. Yeah.
Boy, nasty hit out there by the Grizzlies. The 2:17 left to go.
That ball was almost caught by his teammate.
Yeah, as it kicked out there, one of the other receivers was near that. Pretty clean hit there. Used his shoulder.
Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Sangster Motors, family owned and operated, home of the all-new electric Hummer pickup and SUV. Also by Save Marts, shop smart, shop local, serving the Wenatchee Valley since 1962. And by Together for Youth, encouraging you to dispose of unused and expired prescriptions to protect youth and the environment. Find a kiosk near you by visiting medproject.org. As Diaz comes off, I think he hit it right on the head, Brandon. A little wind knocked out of him there. Comes off the field under his own power as the Grizzlies return to the field. 2:17 left to go. Wenatchee with the football at the Sunnyside 20-yard line. Flugie comes back out along with Jacob Devereaux. McPherson in the slot, short side of the field for the Panthers. Here's Devereaux. Here's that screen set up again. Nice one-handed catch by Flugie. Gets past the first line of defense and jumps inside the 15 down to about the 13. Nice gain of 7 yards there for Jack Flugie. Takes the ball down to the 13-yard line. 3rd down and 3 for the Panthers. Clock moving. Flugie in the backfield. Quick pass left side. It's McPherson. Nice block on the left side by Cook. And McPherson gets into the end zone. And it's a touchdown, Panthers. Nice individual play by Michael McPherson. And the Panthers back on the board.
Really great effort. It's going back to that. Count the defenders. We got 3 receivers, 2 DBs, 2 good blocks. McPherson in for the touchdown. He's had a great night tonight. That was his 8th catch on the evening.
He's played really well, defensively as well. All right, Garcia on for the extra point now. Devereaux the hold. The kick is up and the kick is through and it's good. 1:37 left to go, 4th quarter. It's now Sunnyside 20 and Wenatchee 10. We're back with more here in 60 seconds.
Northwest's most extraordinary four-wheeled beasts. The Honda SUV thrives in a diverse habitat. Comfortable in rugged terrain or roaming city streets, it can travel hundreds of miles on a surprisingly small amount of fuel. Fiercely protective of its young, the Honda SUV is known by its distinctive markings, CRV, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline, and can live happily for decades in any garage or driveway. Catch them now at your Inland Northwest Honda dealer. Honda can handle it.
That scoring drive by the Panthers, a short one, 3 plays, 20 yards, 48 seconds is all. And it was highlighted by a 13-yard touchdown reception. Michael McPherson from Devereaux, the point after good, and we are now at 20-10. And as Eric pointed out just a bit ago, the hands team on there now for Sunnyside as they're anticipating almost an assured onside kick here.
I'm surprised they've got 2 guys deep.
That is kind of surprising, actually. All right, here we go. Garcia to kick off for the Panthers. 1:37 remain. Can the Panthers pull this off here on homecoming? Kick is short, and it's taken by Nene. He recovers it at the 46-yard line.
Well, Panthers are out of timeouts now, so Sunnyside, all they have to do at this point is take a knee.
Ball's at their own 46, 1:35 on the clock. As Brandon mentioned, yeah, that's all Sunnyside will need to do now is take a knee. No time, no timeouts to stop the clock for Wenatchee.
Well, the beatsman on the tackle.
Going to get some reserves in here now for Wenatchee, actually both teams.
A couple of 3 and 4 teams hooking up here at the Apple Bowl tonight, and it's been a relatively even game here tonight. Some big plays by Sunnyside really have been the difference in the running of Gonzalez in the first half. There's a first knee as the clock continues to roll. Second down for the Grizzlies. and long, a loss on that kneel down. 2nd and 16 for Sunnyside. Clock approaching 1 minute left in this game. Avalos still in there, takes the snap and then takes the knee once again.
Ethan Avalos downs the ball.
Doesn't do much for the total yardage for Sunnyside in this case when they're losing 6-7 yards every kneel down, and this will put it back now at the 41-yard line. Bring up 3rd down and 23. Clock still moving, now 30 seconds remain on this 3rd down play. Avalos takes a look at the clock, kneels down at the 35. And that should do it here in this one, and it will. Our final score here from Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl. It's Sunnyside 20 and Wenatchee 10 here. And a matchup, as I mentioned, between 2, 3, and 4 teams. Brandon, Wenatchee just didn't have enough on offense to kind of get the job done tonight.
No, it was a frustrating, great beginning. We had a nice little drive until that kind of oops interception. And it felt like they kind of took the wind out of them early on that. And we couldn't really dig ourselves out of the hole after the many, many carries in the first half by Riley Gonzalez. Over 100 yards in the first half alone.
Boy, and he got a nice breather in the second half, too, for a while. Why not? Ortega was a pretty good runner himself.
Yeah, Sunnyside still fighting for a better position in the playoff run as well. So they want to spread it around and see other players carry the rock a little bit.
Well, Eric's trying to get a quick interview with Coach Scott Devereaux. Let's go down to Eric right now.
Well, Scott, that shifty running back was kind of a handful for you guys in the first half, and turnovers awfully costly here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we wanted to force them to pass the ball a little bit, you know, and they had a couple different heavy formations there, and they pounded the ball on us pretty well. And yeah, you can't turn the ball over. That's part of just football 101.
Well, missing a couple of big guys, both offensively, defensively, both sides of the football tonight, certainly hurt you guys, I thought.
Yeah, you know, our secondary struggled a little bit, especially with what they were doing with their formations. We need to make some checks and calls. We didn't get that quite dialed in, you know, with some backups out there. But, you know, we didn't play up to our expectation tonight. It's the biggest thing.
Well, you still got that touchdown at the end. The kids didn't give up.
No, these guys never give up. They always battle hard for us. And, you know, got one left. We win, we're in. Got a chance in a crossover, and that's the goal.
Well, thanks for taking the time.
Thanks, Eric.
All right, Scott Devereaux joining us here on abbreviated post-game show. Grant, we'll set it back up to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And we will take a quick timeout, 2-minute timeout. We'll come back and take a look at all the stats, and we'll wrap it up here as Sunnyside defeats Wenatchee by a final of 20-10. We're back in 2 minutes. Stay with us.
Hi, this is Eric Granstrom, the NCWLIFE Channel Sports Director. While the teams are working hard, we're working hard to bring you 20 broadcasts this fall.
Over the middle, the ball is caught, and just like that, gets through everybody.
It's Eastmont
to the end zone. Touchdown, Eastmont.
It's Wenatchee.
10-5, touchdown.
Stephen Cashmere.
Killed by Nell. It's in. Good maneuver. Red footed. Go, 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 go.
Right here on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hey man, how's it going?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen is a good option for me. The risk of addiction, it's not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions, and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
Meet the Move Meter from Coldwell Banker. Just enter any 2 cities and see how a potential move scores based on cost of living and more. Let's make your dream place a reality. Meet the Move Meter from Coldwell Banker. Just enter any 2 cities and see how a potential move scores based on cost of living and more. Let's make your dream place a reality.
8 different political campaigns, 16 candidates, 3 cities deciding their future. NCWLIFE wants you to be informed when you cast your ballot in this November's election. That's why we're sitting down with candidates across the ballot for mayor, city council, and school board to talk through the issues and help you make the best choice. Look for those interviews right here on this channel starting October 22nd and on our website, ncwlife.com.
Grant Olson and Brandon Harle back in the booth here at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl, where Sunnyside has defeated the Panthers by a final score of 20-10. Only 2 scoring plays in that second half. Sunnyside, their first possession of the second half, 13 plays, 5 minutes 50 seconds, 71 yards. 3-yard touchdown run by Serta. The point after was missed, and that made the score to 20-3. And then a late touchdown by the Panthers. 3 plays, 20 yards, 48 seconds. The extra point good, and that's where we ended up at a final score of 20-10. How about team stats, Brandon?
For the Sunnyside Grizzlies, quarterback Ethan Avalos was 14 of 23 for 200 yards. He threw 2 touchdowns and did have an interception. The workhorse in the first half really didn't have that many carries in the second. Riley Gonzalez ended up with 20 carries for 118 yards. The receiving core led by Noah McNair's 3 catches for 44 yards and a touchdown. Chris Villanueva, 4 receptions for 62 yards and a touchdown. And Sebastian Magana had 3 catches for 57. For the Panthers, quarterback Jake Devereaux was 19 of 37 for 212 yards and a touchdown. With 4 interceptions, running back Jack Flugie ended the night with 15 carries for 65 yards. And the Panthers were led by the receivers. Michael McPherson with 8 catches. He had a little over 100 yards with 102, and he had the touchdown at the end.
Solid game for McPherson. Kind of came out of nowhere tonight and played a really solid game.
Yeah, he stepped up when he knew that there was going to be a couple guys down. He was able to fill a little bit of that hole that we needed so badly.
Well, Eric mentioned at halftime 3 turnovers on the Panthers in the first half, and they were still in the game, then committed another turnover in the fourth quarter, and that one seemed to be really the beginning of the end for the Panthers.
Right, it wasn't statistically, you could see that Sunnyside was churning up some yards, but it didn't have a feel of a blowout. We were in the game, just those mistakes, those turnovers that really can't climb your way out of that hole.
So the Panthers fall to 3-5 on the season. Sunnyside improves to 4-4 on the season. Both teams still in contention for that crossover playoff game coming up, and that's really the goal, as Coach Devereaux mentioned. So that's the focus for the Panthers going into next week.
Yeah, you win, you get another crossover game week 10. They travel down to West Valley next Friday. And that is their playoff game.
It really is.
They got to win that one to get on.
Don't forget, coming up on the NCWLIFE Channel on Tuesday, it's soccer. Moses Lake at Wenatchee, 7 o'clock start. And then the biggest game in the Big 9 this year. I hope you join us from Eastmont High School next Friday as Moses Lake comes to town. Brandon, I, and Eric will be there for that call, and it should be a lot of fun. So for our entire crew, it did a fantastic job here once again, led by Dan Kuntz, also Malcolm back in the studio. Thanks so much for your help. For Eric Granstrom and Brandon Harle, I'm Grant Olson, hoping you have a great rest of your night and a fantastic weekend. We'll talk to you again. Devereaux is going to pass. No, it's Bishop in there now.
Tonight's coverage of live local sports has been brought to you by Abby's Pizza, Alpine Air, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Clean Air Connection, Coldwell Banker Cascade, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, and Together for Youth. Thanks for joining us for live coverage of local sports on the NCWLIFE Channel. We now return you to normal programming already in progress.
That'll be it for the night as the Wenatchee Panthers